Okay. This entire time I was talking alone. I didn't even realize that. Are you bloody serious? Holy shit, bro. I was talking this entire time all by myself and I didn't even realize how far I actually showed you and how. Damn it, bro. Okay, let me wait a little bit for people to come back. Oh god. I was talking alone this whole time. Whoever is currently with me, please let me know where the stream actually ended previously. Okay, please let me know that, because I really don't have any idea where it stopped and I was talking for a very long time. Oh my god, I have already talked about all the things, but anyway, let me know where it stopped, like some hints. If you have saw the OTZ draw or what happened around this area, these sort of things. Come on. Shit, bro. I was just about to show you my setup entry and other stuff, and I said like I usually do this. All at a sudden, I looked into my chat, and yeah, it was something hilarious happening over there. So where you're talking about FBZ of 15 minutes. Okay, so I think these two FBZs, that's where it stopped. So I don't know, like sometimes for some reason my Wi-Fi around this time, around like 1:30 or something, it restarts itself, but not every day, it's once a while. Okay, so I think that's the time I choose to stream to you guys, because everything here on my OBS studio, it's showing my stream quality is excellent, the upload bitrate is over 5.6 or 7K, things like that. So I was not even worried about my internet dropping. Anyway, happened what happened. I'm sorry about the interruption. um so I will just wait a couple of seconds, or like 1 or 2 minutes, just to let other people join me, whoever was watching, because there are quite a few people watching this, and I hope I'm actually giving you guys something valuable. No matter what, I'm trying to stick with my own strategy, own rule that's been working for long time, and since it's working for me. Guys, are you guys getting the construction work noise in my stream? This started right when it stopped, like my video stopped. I don't know why Australian government allowed this thing to do in a residential area. Like um, there is the train station very near to my house, and um, there will be construction works for next 1 month. The area will be closed, the train service will be closed. At the same time, by the end of this year it may close for a year. Okay, so I can see few people joined. I hope I was like whatever I said, like so many things you can see I have drawn over here. It's mostly the 1 minute. It will not be this clustered in 1 minute. Thanks a lot for letting me know, because I actually tried to put it noise free, but it will come very soon because it's getting louder and louder. I'm trying to see through the window. Anyway, let it be. So yeah, what I was saying is on the 15 minutes it took the Asia, inside the Asia session it took the inducement liquidity or some buy side liquidity. Why I'm marking this, you will see in 1 minute why I'm marking this high. Okay, it will be very clear to you guys. It traded the mean threshold of this order block somewhat. It took the liquidity, traded to the order block. That's what I used say. Gave me the market structure shift with 1 fair value, 2 fair value during the Asia session. And what I said on my London session is whenever I see it take the sell side liquidity, I mostly target the buy side setups. Okay, the liquidity, yes, but not just the buy side liquidity of Asia high. Wherever it makes more sense to me, that's why I marked this and said this is a target, because this fair value and that fair value was not retested until my silver bullet, and that's market was bearish, right? It's bearish like this. Look, it's falling like this, and I'm still looking for a long entry. Okay, it won't be a huge on by looking here, but you already saw the video that I showed how much profit I made. I showed you that as well. Don't worry, once my account gets updated by tomorrow, I will try to post a photo of that as well. So what happened is price took that liquidity, gave me the market structure shift on the 15 minutes time frame, and it created these two fair value that was never retested. Even with this week it didn't retest that area. So what I was expecting is price to pull back to this high, to the lowest it reached before coming to the OTZ. Okay, so first the low is here, and the OTZ, if I go like this, you will see I have that fair values portion over there and this fair value. Now price did not came to that fair value, it created even lower low. So now this is where I'm gonna look into my OTZs from the high to the lowest it reached before it's going towards that. If it doesn't go from this move, I had to lower it more. Okay, but for this moment I had the setup. I will show you why I'm saying this. So these are the OTZ, and see like this fair value, the 15 minutes fair value is aligning perfectly inside of my 627 on level, and that breakaway gap is aligning above my 79 level. If it was inside, there is a high probability that market can go and tap and fill a part of that fair value. However, since that fair value is above it, I was not thinking that market can go and fill that up. That's the first thing. That's why I targeted that high along with this high. Okay, because that's relatively equal. Now in 15 minutes it's just a candle, and I'm saying this over and over again. To form a fair value, it's 1 2 3, that's 45 minutes worth of candles, 45 1 minute candles that forms a 15 minutes fair value. So that's why a single candle, this is 15 1 minutes candle to form this one single 15 minutes candle. So this high, this sort of things are relatively equal to me. In the 1 minute you will understand what I'm saying. Let me go to the 1 minute. So I will go to little bit of the like before the silver bullet, what I was looking. So this liquidity is still Asia sessions liquidity. Okay, like this 1:30 1:43 am. But why this liquidity is something that I try to avoid, and there is a huge gap between that. Let me remove the OTZ because you already saw what OTZ had over there. Now look, into your 15 minutes, one single high that now became like this. So what do you think? This is why I said this is either London Silver Bullets target or New York Silver Bullets target. Why I said this is because sometimes it can go, it has still liquidity lower than that. If I go to 15 minute, you know, there is the daily bullish breakaway gap that currently price is tapping and going higher from. I showed you on the other NQ chart, and if I go to 15 minutes, you will see that daily one as well, this big area. Okay, because this is where market can go and then go higher. I just kept it hidden because I know this sell side liquidity is actually the daily fair value gaps high, breakaway gaps high. That's why I just kept the liquidity line so that chart can be cleaner. And also I don't really use the indicator for longer time because all I look into is where the kill zones liquidity are, so that I can mark it, like just come here, mark the buy side, see the buy side marked over there, and sell side I can mark. But since market was trading lower, I didn't need the sell side anymore, and it took all these liquidities as well. Okay, so from that move, look at that specific move that I was talking about. What you can see over here, it's creating consistently, it's engineered liquidity or accumulation, but entire Asia session you will find this sort of accumulation anyway. But that's a clean swing high that took all of this swing highs liquidity. That's the liquidity taken, the one I showed on 15 minutes. Market structure shift on 15 minutes looks something like this. Okay, and this is the 15 minutes fair value that market created as a breakaway gap. That's why I wrote bag on the 15 minutes time frame, and that's the first fair value, like the second fair value that aligned with my OTZ or OTE, however you call it. OTZ, the reason I call it OTZ is because optimal trading zone. Okay, this is a zone where market can come, and this is optimal to trade from this zone towards the drawn liquidity or something, this sort of thing. But OTE is the entry you take from these areas. Let's say this is your liquidity market structure shift, you got a fair value retest and you entered inside of that your higher time frame OTZ or even lower time frame OTZ. This entry is called your OTE or optimal trade entry because you took it in the optimal trading zone. Okay, so that's why I call OTZ and people calls OTE. OTE is a method of entering into a trade inside of your OTZ. Okay, anyway, I hope that's clean enough explanation. However, this is what happened during the Asia session. Price came, created this low, now it's showing the reaction. It took, like, there were other areas as well where I could have mostly target for the sell side delivery as well because I was expecting this, but as I said, I want to stick with my own rule. That's why I'm not like looking into this sort of liquidity market structure or whatever fair value retest or this sort of inducement liquidity taken retest to a fair value, this sort of thing. I'm not looking into any trade for sell short, although I know like this can happen. But if this move was happening during my silver bullet, I might have entered into a short trade for a scalping type entry, and when I get my original move towards the upside, since it took the sell side liquidity, I would target that, enter that as well, things like that, depending on how much profit I'm getting from my first entry. Okay, because I don't trade once I have enough profit. And from this one single silver bullet, I made whatever I showed you, like 2300 something. I didn't really need to trade anymore for the day. That's why the whole day I was just looking into that. No constructions. Okay, that's the same message I'm reading, no other message so far. Jihad Khan, expect exceptional expertise, to the point answer, and best explain for me like a new learner. Much appreciates for your hard work like this. Thanks a lot, brother. Thanks a lot. I hope today you are happy with the profit you got, although you closed the partial without asking. But it's okay, it's okay. Still, it's a good amount of profit. Okay, I think 800 or 900 something, that's what you got anyway. But anyway, so when this liquidity was taken, it was coming very close to that liquidity, but I expected a reversal before that. Okay, this is the reversal that I got. Why before that is because when market goes there, I can even look for the sell short to that liquidity. Keep that in mind. Since I got a huge profit, I didn't trade here, but the Facebook message that I showed you, like the screenshots that I showed you on my friend's account, who previously thanked me for helping him pass the challenge as well, first challenge. It's the same guy. So he was playing cricket during this moment in my backyard, and when he came back, I made him enter into the short trade from that area, and that's where he actually made all those profits from on his both two new challenge account. Anyway, you will keep that in mind what I'm trying to say here, because that's a 15 minutes candles retracement that I'm expecting. And when this happened, let's see the silver bullet candle. So it took the liquidity, right? This is a new thing. Try to understand this. Like, I haven't talked about it. It's not new. ICT talked about it, but I haven't talked about it. What it calls is change in state of delivery. What it means, price is bearish, it's delivering on the sell side only. Like this sort of reactions, this is not something I'm talking about. The overall market is bearish, it's doing this. After taking this liquidity, this is a very major liquidity, right? Because it's been falling for a very long time, then it's going higher until that high. It created all these swing highs and lows, right? Like all these lows on the lower side. So this is a trending liquidity is low. So price took the buy side, price took the sell side. Now I'm expecting a pullback towards the upside. Things like that. I will talk about it just a second. Like if you know the dealing range, this is something, this low is a major liquidity. Once price took this liquidity, the candle that took the liquidity, okay, this is the candle that took the liquidity. When market closes above that candle's opening price, this is a possibility of change in state of delivery. What do I mean by that is, if a green candle goes above and closes above, when this happened, I was very excited to see that at my silver bullet. Okay, when this one single candle happened, because it was going above, I was expecting if it can close above and then give me a fair value, I will probably enter from that fair value towards the buy side. Okay, now it didn't close above, but I'm still keeping an eye. This is a possibility. Okay, I'm not saying this is where you get your entry or get your market structure shift, something like that. This is a possibility that market now wants to go higher. Only which candle? The candle that took the liquidity, that candle's opening price. So if there are 2-3 more black candles, I would still look into that area, that when market goes above and close above, that's when I calculate or count that as my change in state of delivery and possible higher run or opposite run, whatever you call it, however you are looking at it. Okay, let me give you some example from this area. You see this, I will give you the example from the sell short setups that my friend took after the silver bullet, but I will give you that. Okay, liquidity grabbed by this specific candle. Why this liquidity is a good liquidity? Because it has all these liquidities taken from the left, and also accumulation phase high, accumulation, manipulation, distribution. Now it retested, although it took the sell side as well. Okay, so market is falling. I don't really care about the London Asia sessions accumulation, but in this case the retracement didn't even go back before taking the sell side. That's why it became my market structure shift instead of a liquidity grab. Remember, this is a liquidity grab, but when it came here, it became my market structure shift on the 15 minutes. This is a reason, because it's accumulation, manipulation, distribution. So when it goes higher, it should accumulation, manipulation, distribution. So when it's coming lower, it should come and respect some area to take that buy side, but it failed to take that buy side, it took the sell side, and that is why it became my market structure shift on the lower time frame. But you don't really need to make it too complicated. What I'm saying here is, this liquidity was taken by this specific candle. The moment price came and closed below that area, this is a change in state of delivery, and after that it did something like this. Okay, just remember what I said here. I will give you more example like that. but it won't happen 100% time. Okay, just keep this in mind. This is a influence or confluence that you are on the right side of the market at the moment, or you can use this to mitigate your loss as well. Sometimes it may be fake, it can do that. Okay, it may be fake, but whatever it is, if there was a wick taking the liquidity from let's say this green candle has a huge wick that took that liquidity, so you had to look into this low instead of that. Okay, although this is looking like that, I will give you the example. Just hold on a second. So that way it delivered to the sell side. The similar thing I was looking around this area. Okay, so this area, when this happened, I'm still looking into that, but it didn't give me the thing that I was expecting. So I waited, still it didn't give me. I waited. Now it has a probability, because what I said, it's a possibility that if I take a buy, that might be a high probability, or I might be on the right side. Let's see what happened. Look at that candle. So when this candle happened, although I have everything still written over here, but when this candle happened, the next candle created that fair value. Okay, and let me remove the breaker block so that you can understand what I'm trying to say. It created this fair value, it disrespected this bearish fair value. Although it's a small one, I don't really care about a small one. Okay, as long as it's in an important level. Why it's in an important level? From that high, because it took some inducement liquidity. You see, like this is liquidity grab, this is your market structure shift until that sell side is taken, or even came even lower, whatever it is. That was a breakaway gap. Market didn't came here, it retraced until this far, it went straight to the sell side liquidity that you can see on your left. Okay, like nearest sell side liquidity. This liquidity, or this this fair value gap is sitting on your premium or discount. Look at the OTG, it's sitting there. So this area is very important. If you don't want to call it a IFVZ, because I'm not sure if it's IFVZ or not, right? I am expecting to like act this fair value as a IFVZ, because I'm looking for a higher time frame pullback towards the upside. This one single, like my expectation from here is, I'm on, if I can find a buy setup, I'm on the right side, right? Because that's what I explained. When that happened, guys, this is a confluence. Okay, this is added confluence, don't get me wrong. You cannot use it every time you see and you enter from that candle or whatever the closing price and put your stop loss below that. You cannot do that. I didn't put my stop loss below this. If I can give you the video, like I will try my best to upload it by tomorrow night if possible. But if once I give you that, you will understand. I didn't put my stop loss here, I put my stop loss here, cause 1 2 3 3 candle fair value gap, that's low. And it's a huge fair value, right? So on a huge fair value, I usually enter from the 25%. But let's say this is not your inversion fair value. You are expecting that this was supposed to act as a resistance, since price straight away went through that, so this should now act as a support. But what happened is, with this fair value, what do I have? This is a sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency. Remember, okay, a sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency. So I have a SIBI, okay, CB. This is a bullish fair value, that's we called BC. So buy side imbalance, sorry, I'm writing with the mouse, so it can be, I hope you are understanding this. BC, okay, buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. This green candle went through that, gave you the buy side inefficiency, completed, like it completed the buy side inefficiency, went through. It's better if it can stop here, but went through, still you are getting that inefficiency field. Okay, so I'm gonna move the inefficiency. Now if market can come, whatever portion it comes, for that specific portion the sell side will be filled or cleared. Okay, so let's see what happened. Where I entered, I will show you, but like I'm gonna talk about it. But what happened here is, I have a sell side imbalance still sitting here, so I need a sell side here, and a sell side inefficiency also sitting in around that huge fair value, right? Buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. So I have a sell side imbalance and a sell side inefficiency. So now this is why I call this sort of area as my BPR, or balance price range, because this is where price needs to come to balance the area. Balance price range, some people will talk different things. I have showed it in ICT's core content as well. Just go to ICT's channel, search for advanced gap theory. Okay, search this, maybe advanced, I'm confused, maybe CED advanced or something, but gap, if you search just gap theory, you will find it on the ICT's channel. Okay, after my stream or whenever you would like, you can go there, you will find explaining that thing. Okay, so this specific area is where market needs to come to fill up the sell side imbalance and sell side inefficiency. That's why I entered from this low. Okay, and the guy, you can see Zahid Khan, he is a close friend and younger brother to me. He was with me during the silver bullet. He entered from the exact same area. Let's see if what market did around that area. You see what's happening here, everything, every far, like as long as market is going, this is the sell side imbalance and inefficiencies like fill up. That's what I take, like that's how I read the market. It can differ person to person. As long as my strategy is working for me, I have no problem. Let's look where exactly it came. Buy the tick. Okay, how much zoom you want me to do over here? Exactly, that's where my entry was. Okay, but I'm not suggesting this. Like why I'm not suggesting this is because I already, this is where I added half of my position. The other half of my position, as I said, when there is a huge fair value, I usually look into the 25% level. Okay, I know it can come to this far, that's why I added 25% level half of my position, and I created limit order at that level. So in balance, I got a entry around this area, like the lower portion of the fair value gap, I mean lower half of this. Okay, I hope you are getting my point, what I'm trying to say here. But you cannot use it every time. You can expect price to go there, it can go, it cannot go straight away, it can go higher and then later on react from that area, it can happen. Okay, but this is what I'm expecting, and that's why what I did is I 25%, I draw from the wrong side, that's why you're not getting the exact 25, so I need to put the 75. This is where half of my position was, and that's where the rest of my half. So together I got a entry around this area. Okay, around somewhat around this area, that's what I entered from. But you got the point why I'm expecting this. I'm just trying to explain my way of entering into a trade, why I entered into a long, because when this high, this opening price was violated with this candle, I have an bias that market can go higher, and if I can find a proper setup towards the buy side, that is where I can get my like high probability setups. Now what happened here, price took the liquidity, there is no swing high around this area, but you see this is a swing high, market traded above that, coming from upper portion, like traded above, and there is a huge volume imbalance, but still it's coming from above that area. Where do you keep your SL usually? Okay, it's a huge fair value. If there are two, I have already explained, but my entry was something like this. No matter what, I try to put below the fair value gap candles low. Okay, if why I put it there is because my target is, look where is my target, it's 1:4.32. okay, it's 1:4.32, just because of that. And I know this is a very high probability because London should give me, this is what I'm back testing, right? This is what I'm using for I don't know how long now, because my funded account, my challenge stages, my withdrawal, everything happened with this specific strategy that I shared on my YouTube channel. Everything, even the profit I showed you, people who traded with me, they got profit everything happened this way. And what I'm explaining here, I will give you from yesterday, day before yesterday as well, if the chart allows me to go that back on 1 minute. Okay, I will give you that. Search this on the ICT's channel after my live stream. I hope that will be helpful. However, so that's why I was expecting this area, that's why I marked it like that, although that's also the midpoint of this huge fair value, but I'm not looking into that. Why it stopped here? Why one tick below the midpoint? Why not exactly on midpoint? Why not below that? It could go there, I don't mind, because it has the sell side inefficiency, but I'm expecting market to come at least this far. That's why I didn't take all my positions from the same exact 25% of the fair value gap. When it's a huge fair value, I try to enter from 25%. I said it over and over again. You see, I have one will be unfilled, I have a fair value over there, some lines. I'm going one by one. Let's see. Market started little bit of consolidation, but every time it's coming to the fair value, it's going higher, so nothing to worry about. Whatever I expected, that happened as well, so I'm not worried. I don't care about hitting the stop loss. I'm okay with that, because I know it's not 100%. Nothing can be 100% in trading. So this was the entry, that was the take profit. Okay, now you see the silver bullet is like the buy side liquidity that I marked is right at the low of that 15 minutes, but I saw this 1 minute, like one fair value, two fair value from the top. Okay, after the break of structure, this is with the break of structure candle, one fair value, two fair value. So when I saw that this specific area is aligning, yes, it went higher, it went to that fair value, because if you look here, your breakaway gap is sitting above that area. But I don't want to make it too complicated, since this is where the liquidity is. To take the liquidity, market needs to go even at least one tick higher, if not more. Okay, so that's why I put one tick higher. Okay, just like that. That's where exactly I took my take profit, right below this 1 minute one. Although it went up to the, I think, midpoint or up to the upper portion, then it came lower later on. But anyway, exactly that's where I took my, it's 27 handles. Okay, 27 handles. Now on a 100k account, if I'm not wrong, okay, let me check what I said on this paper trading. 100k account, it looks something like this with $500. Wait, it's 50k over here. Okay, let me make it 100. That's why it's not making sense. Now it's gonna make sense. It looks something like this, 4,320. But since I am starting a new challenge account, I cannot take more than 3,000 in profit. That's why I took partial, I closed partial, so that it doesn't go there and give me more than what I'm allowed to take. Okay, if you are doing any challenge, you know what I mean by that. Okay, if you go to top step, you will find the rules over there. You cannot take more than 50% of the total target in one day. Okay, so this is the day 2, and no matter what, until I pass the challenge, I cannot do that. Once I pass the challenge, I can target this sort of things, like $4,200 in a single trade with 100k account. And that's why I'm planning to share everything. Even if I lose the trade, I will share the losing trade as well, and I will tell what I did wrong over there, so that if that is something you are doing in your trading, you can correlate with that and you can overcome from my experience or something. I don't know, like, it's actually, guys, to be honest, no matter how, like, even if I cook ICT with the favorite way that you like and make you eat ICT, you will not understand anything until you do it by yourself. What gonna happen is, you will look at the chart, you will feel, okay, now it should go higher, now it should go lower, things like that, but you will never find your proper entry. And once something is happening, you will be in FOMO, you will fear the missing out trades, and then you will enter into a wrong trade from a wrong position. That gonna happen if you don't practice by yourself. I'm trying to guide you with some specific things, some rules that helping me, that works for me. But no matter how much I give you guys the example, the proofs, my trade entries, the setups, the explanations, unless you practice it by yourself, you will never take this entry. Why should you take this entry? It didn't take the liquidity here, it created relative equal low. And remember, I have a daily bullish breakaway gap right at that level, from there to lower portion. You will never take that entry. because you will think market gonna come lower and take this, but this is my experience. I'll give you a lot like that. Okay, this is what I'm doing by just looking. I didn't trade right after this take profit was hit, but ask Jihad Khan, he is still here. I don't know if he is still watching or not. Right before starting this streaming, I was still looking into chart hours. I was marking all this. You see all these marks, order block, this, that. You see this standard deviation 1.52. I was still marking it, because if I didn't take that entry, how many times I was correct and where I'm wrong, why I'm wrong. I'm trying to figure that out still. Like you see this small little 15 minutes fair value I have marked. These sort of things I will show you guys one by one. Okay, so after that you all know what happened. So let me just no, actually there are some other things that I want to show you guys. Now here is another thing. When market traded into the fair value where I expected, this is where I'm expecting that market, if it can go above this high and close above this high with displacement, and this is one single candle is telling you all the story over here. If that can happen, this fair value gap was where I'm planning to enter, but since market created another fair value, took the liquidity, closed above, you see this is a 15 minutes inducement. If you go to 15 minutes, you will find it's the only swing high between these areas. Okay, so this is 15 minutes inducement. I'm not saying it's a market structure shift, it's a inducement. It's the liquidity taken, inducement happened over here. Okay, this is inducement liquidity. Why? It's bearish, it kept the sell side liquidity below, it didn't tap into any higher time frame point of interest, nothing happened over there. So there is no way market can go higher and give you this as a market structure shift. Okay, you will understand. Hold on one more time, cause it's coming lower for very long time. Okay, very long time, and this is where I'm not expecting this as a market structure shift. Instead, this liquidity is called inducement liquidity. Okay, I don't know what happened, but anyway, maybe someone knocked my door or something, but I'm not willing to talk with anyone at 2:15 a.m. at night. But anyway, so in 1 minute it just took the liquidity. Since you saw the 15 minutes candle showed you a huge wick over there, I hope you understand what happened after that. But let's, okay, I forgot to talk about the other fair value. So when that happened, like market went above that high, closed above that, and this is a new, what is this? In 1 minute, this is my break of market structure shift. Okay, so I don't know where should I have so many templates over there. It retested or revisited the areas I have anticipated. It closed above that high. This became my second break of a structure. I haven't talked about this, but this is my highest win rate strategy. I will share with you guys later on, especially for the forex. Okay, like when my forex fund was there, if I'm not wrong, I still have like 20,000 something with my forex fund sitting. I don't know, like they got some fund release, will they release my fund or not, but it's sitting over there. That was the shocking. I was planning to be on the leaderboard of their total PNL leaderboard or something with my account, but unfortunately their fund got frozen and account vanished, something. I still have that. I can maybe log into my MetaTrader 5 and show you guys, but I used to trade forex over there, and that is where like I have some, you see like some crypto pairs, my forex pairs, something like this here. This is where it I used to do that over there. Okay, my forex fund. Anyway, so this fair value with the volume imbalance, when I saw it broke the structure, it gave me two fair value gaps. I was pretty sure this will be unfilled. Okay, so let me just keep it close to where price is, because unfilled until when? And I will give you another thing as well before it comes lower, because this is also something you should know. Unfilled until market takes the liquidity. Yes, what can happen if I'm wrong, it can act as a breakaway gap, like the way I said. It can go to the upper part, maybe little bit here, maybe to the consequent encouragement, but keeping the portion open. Okay, if you noticed, let me bring my video one more time, although you will see nothing over there because I didn't write it. I talked about it but I didn't write it. Okay, where is it? Okay, you see where my stop loss is, but I put my stop loss way before that happened. Okay, way before that happened. You see, like, still my stop loss is still there. Okay, still that move, I moved it way before that happened. Look, still my stop loss is there. Okay, why? When it tapped here and went above that structure, this is when I moved my stop loss from break even to there, because I know it won't take the liquidity before taking that. Now you can see it's exactly on this, but by the end you will see it, I have moved it by a tick. Okay, here you see, like, it's above that area, so right below that fair value gap. That's what I was saying. I don't lie, guys. I have nothing to lose by showing you or giving you the honest things. If I don't know something, I will say I don't know, or I don't use it, or I don't have the confidence to teach you guys regarding that specific matter. But I'm not here to give you the false information. Okay, so what I did, I did like that. So why I moved it there is, I, even when my friend was there, like the younger brother was with me, I said I can still add here, but since it will cross my limit, I'm not gonna add. But I told him, if you want, you can add as well, like things like that. During the convo, he was with me on Google Meet, we are doing it live, okay, with him. Anyway, so what happened is, market tapped into here, like partial. This became a breakaway gap because it's gonna break away from that area and break a new structure right here. You will see right there. Okay, breakaway gap happened, and my stop loss already is below that. Once I saw this sort of movement, then it gave me the, okay, I went too far, but anyway, it gave me the liquid, what it calls the profit. Okay, now I said my friend was playing cricket. He came way lower, like, I think he's still inside the silver bullet, if I'm not missing it out, like around this fair value, what you can see over here. That is where I gave him the setup or something, if I'm not wrong. Okay, it might be later on around this area, but I think this is where I said. But let's see what I said. That is a important liquidity that I marked, right? Why I marked it, I already explained it. I hope you got the point. Okay, and if you don't understand, just think this way. This is relative equal highs that market created. Before that, there is no relative equal until it can go above and, you know, go to the other days. Around that, those days, you will find so many relative equal over there. What happened? I don't know. Anyway, it's showing something crazy. What happened here? I don't know. So that liquidity was taken by this candle. Okay, the very next candle opened there, closed right below this. So now it's time for the sell side delivery. Let's see. I think there will be something after that, but let's see. So now I have so many things marked. This can be a possible okay, there is another thing. I told him that this is also a swing high, this is also a swing high. Which candle took that? This is a probability that if I can get the setup, it will be a good probability or high probability that market is coming lower. But this is your internal break of structure after the liquidity taken, since that's a swing low. For me, I don't know, for some people that can be not a swing low. If that's not a swing low, this is your swing low. Same move came until that far, gave you the market structure shift. You can look into a OTC or a premium discount array. If market can go there, it went right on your premium. Where it went? It went to your order block slow. why this entire move is your order block. It's trading from higher time frame point of interest. Also it took the liquidity, so from this candles to the low to that candle's high, that entire leg is your order block. Although I didn't tell him to enter here, I told him to enter above that high, because I'm thinking this can work as a inducement liquidity. And now you see this, that's the first time price came here and showed the reaction. That's why I'm saying this as my inducement liquidity. So if you want to enter, you want to enter above that high, and above that high you have a small little fair value here. I don't remember if he entered here or not, to be honest, but let's see like if the inducement is taken or not. Okay, so see, like inducement taken, it came very close to that, it didn't tap the fair value, so maybe no, this is not the entry. I think he entered from somewhere around this area where the fair value gap is. Let's see. But you see the inducement taken. Why? Because this is the fair value that was unfilled and it went until that far. When market came to the order block level, it started to going higher. But am I looking for a buy long? No. Why? Once the inducement is taken, this fair value will be violated like crazy. Like price won't respect this fair value. Let's see that happens or not. And I had some other levels as well, I cannot remember properly. Look, okay, why it's violated? It has done its job over here by making a inducement liquidity. What is inducement? From a leg, from swing high to swing low, in between the pullback, if there is a swing high like this, clean swing high, that doesn't make sense. Why I'm saying this high doesn't make sense. Yes, it traded into your order block, but your extreme order block level is this. That's why I have a line over there. Or maybe that one was during the bias or something, that I change of state in delivery or something. That's when I said like draw that line. But that's your extreme order block, and there is your inversion fair value, possible inversion fair value that can act as a resistance, and this is the fair value that you are willing to enter from, or you are looking price to go there. Yes, it didn't go this time either, but all I wanted to see is this liquidity is taken, because this high doesn't make much sense. It went even higher, right? So it went more inside of that order block. That makes more sense to me. I don't know like how I can explain the inducement, to be honest, because it's the observation. That's what I'm saying over and over again. Okay, because this high was the inducement in 15 minutes. That's what price took while retracing. Similar thing in 1 minute. This is what I'm talking about here. Okay, this high, remember on 15 minutes how it looks like a single little high. Market came lower, took that liquidity while going higher into the fair value, then it delivered the sell side, which is happening right now. Same exact thing in your 1 minute. High, low, it went higher, it gave you the market structure shift with, this is internal. Okay, this is even another high probability or another storytelling thing that market is willing to go lower. When this was happened, if you experience this, I don't really use that much, but this can be your breaker block. That's why like when price came and traded below that last down close candle, cause high low higher high, but I'm not saying you can use it unless you backtest practice. It happened here, price gave you one chance, came lower, gave you second chance, came lower, gave you third time chance, finally it broke below and broke below that gap that I was talking about. Because this gap, once it showed the respect, it's good enough, it's done, it has nothing to do. Why I'm not usually looking into this is because from this low to that high, this gap is sitting in your discount. Okay, when it's sitting in your discount, let's see the OTG where it sits. Sorry, I have to select that fib. It's above your OTG. Okay, so whatever retracement or whatever reaction you saw, it's for a very short period. This is called short term liquidity, internal to external. Price always moves from internal to external. So this is your internal liquidity taken. Where is the external? Not this, because it's inside of your this leg. The external is here and you have some other here. Okay, that's why internal to external. It took the internal, it's going for the external. It took the internal here, now it's going for the internal external there. If it took the external there, I would never target the sell side this low. Okay, I would target something internal, some sell side that makes more sense internally if it took the external liquidity from these areas. Why? Because that's the today's high or something, because Asia sessions high is sitting right there. If it took that one, I would never go until that low for my sell side liquidity delivery or something. As far as it makes sense on the way up, wherever the structures are, that's where I would target. Anyway, I hope you are getting my point and I'm making sense. I hope it's not too complicated. It's internal liquidity grab, internal market structure shift, and your breaker block. Now if you don't want to use your breaker block, you have volume imbalance sitting right here that is getting respected by the body. As I said, wick can go a bit higher. You have other volume imbalances here that price previously tapped after your internal break of structure around this area. You didn't take that entry, no problem. Waiting is the key. Okay, let's see if it took the external or not. It took like this, but during this it created another short term, went higher, took that inside of that order blocks, I think mean threshold or something, if I'm not wrong. Now I don't really call that a order block, but I don't call this a order block unless it's coming out from another order block, which could be this one. It's not coming out from that, so I wouldn't use this information to enter into a trade. However, it's a possible order block for me because it's a huge move. Inside of that I have a single up close candle for a short period of time, so it blocked the price around that area for a short period of time. That's, I mean, blocked the fall. Okay, stopped the fall for a short period of time. It tapped there. Okay, that's a good indication that the mean threshold or midpoint of this candle is getting respected. However, I would never use this one as my order block. I would rather use this as my order block or these two as my order block. Why? Because it took the liquidity from a certain area, and if you see, like, there are volume imbalances here and here, it tapped actually there. So if I move it to the volume imbalance, now both of them makes more sense. Okay, that's why I include the volume imbalance with my fair value. If you see me drawing right here, okay, that's where I include it. More other places as well I will show you if you want to see, but that's why I include it. Gave you the external and it's now inside of the daily breakaway gap. After this, market went higher, took some internal liquidities. I think eventually it took those as well, if I'm not wrong, but let's see. Okay, let me make the chart little clean. Okay, so it took some liquidity from until this far. It came lower, it's going higher one more time. I'm doing nothing around this area. See, I have no drawing around that, but I have drawing started from here. I'll tell you why. Right when I saw it created these equal lows, like relative equal, right? That is when I started drawing my levels for possible reversal or more downward movement. Why? Is because I have this 15 minutes breakaway gap sitting right here, and that's also still inside of the daily fair value gap that I have drawn. I hope it's making sense. Okay, if I go to daily, you will understand what I'm trying to say. Look at the reaction, guys. I told you before, but look, breakaway gap. Okay, when it was trading inside, I talked about this, that I'm expecting a possible reversal from here. That's the 15 minutes. Look where it came, the common area. How many times I talked about the common area? When multiple time frame fair value gap aligns together, that's the area you want to focus the most. Okay, common area. You see, I have some 1 standard 2 standard deviation drawn over there. I will give you that move as well, but I hope you are getting it. So when I saw this, what price did is it created one fair value, it created two fair value, because I'm expecting still a lower run. Why? Is because whatever the liquidity it created towards the buy side nearby, it has taken that Also every time it's going inside of this fair value, it's coming lower, creating equal lows with this low, the low that first I anticipated. Okay, and this low after here it went higher, took liquidity, it went to that fair value gap. Okay, why I forgot to remove this one. Why this fair value is more important than that one? Because this was the original breakaway gap. When market came here, it left the portion open, it went higher, it broke the structure, it took the liquidity, it sent that higher price. This is why I'm looking into that. Okay, no other reason. It again did the same thing. Okay, price came here, created a high, finally it took that high as well. So from this move, the fair value gaps or order blocks, whatever you call it, whatever happened, this is a area that caused most of those things. There might be other confluences, I don't care. This is how I read the price, this is how it's working for me. Okay, even I'm improving every day. If you guys have any other opinion regarding this, you can tell me. I'm more than happy to learn and observe it. As I said, I'm open to learning. I learn from so many people, and I learn more from ICT's students than ICT. That's the truth, because they have some understanding of their own, and that's what ICT said as well. ICT said, I have shared hundreds of ways to enter into a trade or read the price action. It's your duty to pick one that works the best for you and backtest it and master it. And ICT said, one strategy, one session, one trade per day, more than enough. Okay, so you don't need to know every order block, breaker block, these, that. Yes, if you know this, what you can do is you can mitigate your loss. When I saw that market closed below this, or when I saw market closed above that with this candle, what I said, that is, it's a influence for me that it gonna go higher. If I can get a setup, that will be a high probability, because I'm on the right side of the market. This is an indication. I'm not saying it must go there, it should go there, not like that. That's the indication, and that's what happened. Before taking that liquidity or that liquidity, it went higher, it gave me the setup, I entered, I got my profit. Why I entered? It's my silver bullet. It took the Asia session sell side, also this swing low that created before my silver bullet or even before the London session started. So this is Asia sessions, I think the end time or ending of the Asia session, that's the lowest price went. While I mark is the kill zone. Every time I see or look for my silver bullet, it took those liquidities, then it gave me that sort of reaction. And that's why I'm hoping that once market tapped into that fair value, and if not this, that fair value, by taking this sort of liquidities, market gonna come lower and eventually take all this liquidity into the one daily order fair value gap. I have made it hidden so that my chart is bit clear. Okay, that's why I hide it like that. Visibility, let me make it 1 minute, so let's make it more congested. Okay, that's the daily fair value. One candle entered, immediately it sent higher, took some liquidity, now it's coming lower and it created equal lows. Okay, so this is why I'm not expecting market to go high again and take this liquidity. On the other hand, on this move, okay, these sort of things you guys should to observe, you guys need to observe. Okay, why I'm saying this? When this move was happening, it created so many fair values with huge bullish candles. When market tapped into that specific area, there can be other reasons. As I'm saying, guys, I don't really want to talk about so many things. Okay, the way I master myself, I'm confident about my entry. My first day entry, as I said, I just placed my entry, I went to the mosque. Okay, I didn't even bother about looking into the trade. If it hits my stop loss, I'm okay with that. If it hits my take profit, I'm okay with that as well, as long as I have the confidence, because I know, like, if I take 10 entries, I will be profitable 7 or 8 times no matter what, because that's what I have been practicing or I'm doing for last year, 1 or 2 years. Okay, after starting the funded accounts and other stuff. Now I'm building my own account, don't worry. That's why I'm taking so many challenges in different platforms as well, one by one at a time. I'm doing it, I'm building it. Okay, because I'm not gonna face the same thing that I faced with my forex fund. After working hard, after doing everything, losing everything, that day will never come. That's why I even posted on Twitter, okay, with the payout request, what I said here. I'm not gonna make the same mistake that I made on my forex fund account by not requesting a payout when eligible to do so on any of my currently funded accounts. Pay yourself first, and then you will there will be no regrets later on, because that's what I learned by my forex fund, by not withdrawing my money. I was planning to be on the leaderboard, and eventually some shitty things happened in USA and Canada. They just literally froze all the funds and closed the prop firm. I don't want to do that. When did I say it? 17 December. Okay, so on 6 January I'm saying the exact same thing. Anyway, what I'm saying here is I can see clean liquidity. If market wants to go higher, it first needs to clear all those. Otherwise, what's gonna happen? Let's talk about the why I'm looking into this liquidity is a probability and not this liquidity is a high probability. First thing, so many bullish fair value gaps. When market coming lower, what it's doing? It's disrespecting almost all the fair value gaps on its way down and respecting all the bearish thing. Okay, bearish PDRS, volume imbalance on the bearish side, respected, market coming lower. Fair value on the downside, respected, coming lower. On the other hand, one fair value disrespected, two fair value disrespected, so many things, right? Also, few minutes ago, what I told you, this is a liquidity taken by this candle, okay, this candle. The moment market close below that, you look for your, like, I'm sorry, you don't look for, you expect market for a lower run. Look, did it provided that? Yes, but lower run to what? Liquidity. It didn't take the liquidity, it created relative equal low, it created another relative equal low, and after seeing 3 lows, I marked this area. I didn't mark straight away here, or I marked anything here. I marked after seeing 3rd low, because it's now even higher probability that market still wants to come lower. Now what happened here is, inside of your fair value gap, and that's your breakaway gap, market took liquidity. I'm expecting a break of a structure below this, okay, and since it's a black candle, that's why I'm looking for a nothing else in between. Why? Because if it was a green candle that took the liquidity, I could mark my change of state in delivery, or whatever you call it, change of character, whatever. I have a black candle, where should I mark it? Here. It can happen with a one tick black candle. I don't want to see something like that. Or even in this area, what happened? It took the liquidity with this candle, this green candle. The moment it closed, you can expect it delivered. Now you didn't get your setup, or maybe you got stopped out. I don't know how you considered putting your stop loss, because if there are two fair values, market is trading around the 50% level, where should be your stop loss? I talked about two fair value stop loss, okay. I don't know where should you put your stop loss, at least above the mid, like above the what it calls breakaway gap, or the candle that created the fair value that high. If you want to conservative that way, like I'm not saying you can enter here straight away by seeing this, but what I'm saying here is you should consider those things in your mind as well. And it's giving me more indication, like clear indication. If it can go lower than this with a displacement, I can look for a sell side delivery. Now until this far, what happened here? Market created so many bullish fair value gaps, volume imbalance, things like that. It disrespected that. With that week, it respected this fair value and it created a breakaway gap. Now too many volume imbalances, I don't like this sort of things. Eventually market came lower, took the sell side and broke like this. Okay, so this is where I think No, sorry, this is where I think my friend took the entry when this swing low was violated with the volume imbalance. At the volume imbalance, I made him enter into a trade thinking market will go lower, and it was a scalping, right? Because he missed it, it's outside of my silver bullet, that's why it's a scalping. But I'm gonna give you another thing. Okay, you see, oh, the main entry that he took, I will give you that one as well for a like he took 2 entries in his 2 different accounts. Okay, so that's on his 50k account or something, he took this entry, but where he targeted, okay, let's project that one as well. So from the lower high, low, higher high, so from this to this, if you project, you see the -1, that's 0.15, that's what I wrote with a line. To remember that -1, I'll draw that -1 as well. Usually people, when there is nothing to target around at the left, this is the areas that you should take your partials. And in my previous video I showed a few things about the quarters theory. Some people found it hard to understand. Today I think I can make it bit understandable. What is the quarter theory is, it's from ICT, okay, it's not from me. Let's say this is a this is $1, okay, you can break a $1 into 4.25 cents or 25% of a, like you can break it many way, but quarter theory is like that. If you break it in 4 parts, so 25, 50, 75, 100 from high to low. So this, if this is 1 and this is 2, that midpoint is my 1.5, that point will be my 1.75, that point will be my 1.25. Simple, like $1 to $2, or even let's say like 0 to 1. So that's my 0 level, that's my 0.25 level, that's my 50 level, that's my 0.75 level, that's my 100% level or $1 level. Okay, exactly, that's what you look into your chart and look for the take profits below your what it calls, like 1 standard deviation. Okay, so this is 1.5 standard deviation. Let me make a copy of this so that I don't need to write down the whole thing or change the color. All I will do is just make it std1. That's where it tapped. Lot of people takes their profit around this area, you will see a reaction. But during this moment I can't remember. Oh, okay, during this moment I went to a higher time frame to see exactly what's happening in the market and where can it possibly retrace to. Now on higher time frame, you see, like on a 5 minutes time frame, I have this one single fair value that market tapped, which was 2 fair values in 1 minute. It tapped there, every time it went to that area it came lower, finally broke lower, and it gave me a very good distribution range, and I'm hoping something around this 1.5 or even 2. Okay, 2 standard or 1.5 deviation. It came to 1, and this is the only 5 minutes fair value with the volume imbalance. That's why this box was here, and that's why I actually remembered after looking into that area. So around that area you will see market is retracing, and I have this order block from 5 minutes. Okay, that order block level from 5 minutes. So when 1 standard was like 1 standard was tapped, I'm still expecting a lower run to the 1.5 and 2 standard deviation. Look what market did here at 1.5. look, exactly that's the area where people takes all of their profit. Okay, but I'm still expecting a lower run, because since the daily fair values midpoint is here, since the 15 minutes breakaway gaps common area is sitting here, this is where market can possibly come. But I'm not, as I said, I target 1:2 or whatever the nearest liquidity. If it gives me 1:2 or little bit extra than that, I target only that. But this time I was pretty certain that this is the only area market can retrace. That's why I closed partial at this high and kept the rest at until that high. Okay, so if I'm targeting higher, as I said over and over again, I showed you already, that I close my partial, I put my stop loss at break even or even in profit wherever it seems reasonable for me. Okay, it seemed reasonable for this low, so I put it here. Market gave me the take profit, I didn't have to worry. But if before giving take profit it comes lower and stops me out, I won't be any like I won't be sad or any what it calls fumbling or mumbling regarding my too much profit has been lost or something like that, because I already secured half of the profit, and since I kept it here, it's almost the usual target that I do. Okay, anyway, similar thing here. Although I'm expecting a lower run to this part, I'm not gonna hold until that. As long as the profit looks good enough to me, like this is a swing low, if I can get a proper setup from this area, that's where I will target. So I told my friend to enter right when right when this area is tapping, like price is tapping this area. Why? It's because of that 5 minutes order block level. However, he made a mistake. He didn't take the entry over there. Now market is coming lower. There was there was a problem with his account. Like on his new 50k challenge account, he already made around $1,300-$1,400 profit, and by this moment he crossed his daily profit limit, so he had to manually take losses until it's below $1,500 so that it doesn't violate the rule by the end of the day. So he had to make it lower than 1,500 by manually doing that. So he didn't take the entry on the other account, he took the same account as his entry that he made profit from this this sell side delivery. Anyway, here what I'm expecting is market to even go lower because of the common area, or if not here, at least to the consequent encouragement of this huge daily fair value gap, since it's in bearish and also it's only 6 AM. Okay, until 7:30 I want to see where the low is created. After 7:30, that is when market gets into the combined trading zone like New York and London, and that is where you will see market is moving like crazy. So I will give you one thing by now. Mostly what you see is the low or high of the day is created by Asia or London. Okay, mostly London, it creates the high or low of the day. Whatever London creates, New York creates the opposite thing, the high of the day. Or it's mostly, I'm not saying every time, mostly. Like yesterday, that was the if I'm not wrong, yes, so 4, this was the high that was created by London. You see, like it's 2:47 AM on the bottom, like look around this area, it's around 2:47. so London high was never violated until now. Okay, so that high was there, but the low was created by New York, if I'm not wrong, here somewhere here. Yeah, so that's 4 PM, that was the lowest price went. After that, I think from 5 it's 6 over here. You see, like the new day opening, you see this gap, this is the candle that finished at 5 PM. After that, this is the new day where Asia session started. So the low here was created by London at the PM session. Okay, so low or high, whatever you look into, that gonna happen most of the time. Even on the other day, the London high was not violated. Where was it? 3, this high, you see 3:19 AM. Okay, that high was created by London on the 3rd January, which was Wednesday. That high during London session, that high, that liquidity was not taken until now. Okay, but New York created the low of the day. Let me go to the low here. That's the lowest. It's 4:54 PM. Oh, sorry, what I'm saying, 3:54 PM. After that, market went until this far. New day was created. I think that's what I was showing before as well. So this sort of thing, even higher, you will see. Where is it? Second This is 3:33 a.m. That's the highest. After that market crashed like crazy. So that high was created by London most of the time, okay, not every time, most of the time. So this is another thing you should keep in your mind, that if London creates the high, most likely New York will create the low, and if that aligns with the daily bias or whatever the higher time frame bias you have, if that aligns, you look for the sell shorts, okay. That's very high chance that you will get too many stop losses. I mean, I'm sorry, what I'm saying, there is very low probability that you will get too many stop losses and high probability that you will get too many take profits, okay. Like whatever entry you are I'm not saying too many, because too many is not something you should do. As long as you are happy with your profit, you stop with that profit for the day, don't trade anymore. Anyway, that's why I didn't trade all these moves, although I was expecting this sort of thing. I didn't trade because I'm happy with what I have, okay. $3,000 more than that if I combine my both accounts, my funded and challenge, whatever. If I combine that, because I just switch my account from here, like if I click here it gives me the I'm sorry, if I click here it gives me the option to switch my account. If you have multiple account, you will know how to switch from the same broker, because I trade with the Trade top step accounts with Trade. So when you have multiple, you will have just this option, so you can set a entry, you can just click another account. Like let me create another account, let's say okay. Okay, so how it works is like this. When you click here, you can just go here and switch. This is a 100k account. If you switch from there, you will find a 50k. All you need to do is this. And also there is a funny thing, when you change the account, if you use your positioning tool, let's say this is the entry that I'm trying to take, like this, okay. When you change your account, this positioning tool will still be there. All you need to do is just go through the account, right click, and okay, I'm on the reply mode, I cannot show you guys that. I will show you once I'm in on the live market, okay. I will show you what I mean by that. Like you right click, there will be an option like create limit order, you just place the order, that's it, done. Your take profit, stop loss, everything is set by itself. Once price goes to your entry level, as simple as that. So this is fair value. Let's see, market can come lower and close below this. Okay, shit, I started play. Anyway, what happened here, okay, let me talk about this. You see this high was taken by this specific candle. I have two blue lines over here. Usually I use blue lines for the fair value, but in this case I didn't bother that much, because I'm just giving him instruction that if market can come lower than this, that will be an indication that if you get a sell entry, that's a good chance. Why? Because that candle took this swing highs liquidity, but this is a better area where you can look into a sell short if market can close below that, and then go to your sell short point of interest, whatever it is, like PDRS, right? This is a bearish fair value gap. This is the inducement liquidity. He entered right around this area, because I said when there is a inducement liquidity, try to enter 1 or 2 tick above that area. That's exactly what I showed here, what I showed here, what I showed where was the other one? Here, okay, inducement. That's why I have a set thing called inducement. Anyway, so when this one, why I said this one, because this is a better liquidity level, because it's coming from a fair value gap. That high was intact until it took the sell side from here. Again market went to that fair value, came lower, it generated this sort of liquidity. That's why that high is pretty important than this high, or it's a very clean high with other highs, and this high is just a internal structure or swing point, okay. This is I call fractal, or most people call fractal. So that high is just an indication that if it close below that level, or the opening price of that green candle, if price can close below that, that's an indication that the sell side delivery is happening, or market is now on the sell side delivery mode. But if it can close below this swing, like this opening price, because that's the candle that took the liquidity from this level, if it can close below that, that's even higher probability. So what you wait is, you wait for some fair value retest or inducement liquidity to be taken. When market went there, it took the liquidity and then it came lower like this. Okay, once inducement is taken, I said market will move like crazy. Like what happened here, inducement taken, it moved crazy like this. Inducement taken, moved crazy. Inducement taken, here you can see, okay, this is the other retracement moves, not this one. This inducement taken, move like crazy. Okay, inducement taken, move like crazy. I don't know if this is crazy move to you or not, but it was consolidating. Once that high was taken, this is where it started showing your price action or delivery. That's what I'm saying. Okay, inducement, this is a swing high that you can see, because for me, I said already how I mark a swing high. ICT said one candle on the right, one candle on the left. I said I want to see two candles on the right and left. Why? Because one candle sometimes give me false hope. Why? This is a one candle swing high, right? This is another one candle swing high. So this, like, although this time it has multiple on the left and right, but what I'm saying is this is also a swing high, this is also a swing high. But one candle swing high, swing low mostly gives me sometimes like false, how it calls, like break of a structure or liquidity levels that is false. That doesn't make sense sometimes. Okay, there are false things, but increasing that gives me more, like 2 is giving me more accuracy. That's why I use 2. Okay, also it's trading into the volume imbalance, or you can see there is also a small little volume imbalance. It's trading there. However, inducement as well, swing high, this is also a 2 candle swing high, so I can consider these as my inducement liquidity taken, fall. Okay, anyway, you observe it on your chart. This is something you need to master in your eyes. Anyway, my friend entered from that area. What I told him to do is, I'm being honest. Okay, I'm being honest. Although it's going lower, he entered with 1% of his account balance on a 100k account, so that's $1,000 in risk. Okay, at this area, exactly around this area. When that happened, I said no matter what, you don't even target the liquidity. Although I know it can go lower, or I have a I don't know, I have a feeling that it can go lower, you take all your profit right here. The consequent encouragement of this candle, that's the honest thing that I'm saying. That's why you are seeing he on his screenshot that I showed you guys, he has around what was that, 1500 or something in profit, because I told him not to target any lower, because he, first of all, this is a off time. This time no one trades, literally no one. London silver bullet passed this 6 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. this time market is crazy. It's taking buy side, taking sell side, things like that. So this is why I said, okay, you didn't enter into the silver bullet. I'm still hoping market will go lower. You can enter with your partial amount, but he entered with 1%. That's what he does most of the time anyway. So I said, like, with this C, you try to close all your position. If you don't do that, this is the last time you are getting help from me. Okay, because you didn't listen to me while entering. If he entered, I would simply tell him to take partial at this and look into other levels. I'll give you the other levels, just hold on a second. This area market gave him that. At the same time, what I saw is, look, it's very important. You see what is this? Buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. On this side, it's a huge bearish fair value, which is sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency. Didn't I talked about something like this little bit earlier? That's the unfilled portion of the buy side, and that's the starting of your sell side, common area. Okay, I'm not marking the fair value, I'm marking the common area. What is this? To balance it, price needs to go here, then come lower. Let's see. Oh, shit, I went too fast. Anyway, I'm sorry. So you see that it went to the volume imbalance order block with wick, but look where it closed. It went to the top of that, stop right there, came, broke below. And trust me when I'm saying this, I don't lie, I don't try to lie. Yes, no one is 100% correct or perfect, anything like that. But trust me, when exactly the next candle happened, like this candle happened, and I saw it closed below that area, I said now market gonna crash, like literally crash to your take profit. And that's exactly what happened, like this. Okay, now you see that one standard deviation, sorry, 1.5 standard, and this is 2. What I said about the quarter theory, if he listened to me, I would tell him to take partial at this, put another partial at this. Okay, this quarter theory. Okay, 1.5 2. This is what, this is 1.75. why? Because my expectation it gonna go even lower. If it wants to go lower, it gonna go, that's my expectation. Okay, this is where you will understand why what I'm saying is 100% truth. Okay, this is where you will understand. You see this quarter theory, if you listen to me, this is where I said you take partial from here, maybe 50% or even more from this area, if not the full profit, if he listened to me. Okay, this is what I'm saying. I made him close his position here, don't get me wrong, this is where he closed all his position. I made him do that. But when I saw this week, it gave me more indication that it can easily go lower and take. Why? Because it's literally equal lows over there. It's not even relative, it's like equal. Okay, just look, you see that, like I know this is the swing low, but it's creating this exact equals with other candles wicks as well, and it came lower than that, it's coming lower than that, this sort of things happening. I made him close it there just because he didn't listen to me when he entered. Anyway, he still got a good amount of profit, nothing wrong with that, but the risk is something he is relying too much on me. That's what I didn't like. Okay, that's the honest thing that I'm saying, because when I enter I can risk whatever I want because I know I can make it back, but someone else involvement, I don't like it. That's why I don't trade live as well. I made him exit there. If he listened, this is what I could have done is standard deviation 1.5 where I have the previous sell side liquidity, take partial or 50%, whatever it is here, 1.75. okay, I don't have anything, so I'll just take the color and write 1.75. okay, I would make him take partial here and close the position at 2. Although it's going lower, this is where you close. Why? Because look where he entered, from this area. Okay, above that liquidity level, because that's my inducement liquidity. Oh shit, I think the road cleaners are here. A stop loss would look something like this. Okay, I'm making him putting a stop loss there, and even I would put there because of all these volume imbalances. Market coming lower until this far, he already got 3.67. okay, but I made him now I remember he closed some partial here as well by himself, because I was getting angry when I heard he took so many positions. He closed some partial, that's it, that's the reason he didn't get the full profit, but still I made him close all the positions here. okay, just because I was getting angry, he closed some partial at this low. But anyway, this is where market came. I'm expecting even a lower run. Maybe what would have, like what I would have done is, when I saw market doing this from this fair value, that swing high could have been a possible area where I might have put my trailed stop loss. okay, after taking the one partial and taking another partial at this level and putting full take profit at this level, I would trail my stop loss here, because this swing high is already trading or somewhat balancing a fair value gap, like a portion of a fair value gap, and this fair value's upper portion is acting as a breakaway gap for the moment being. Now market came here, took the liquidity. Market, I'm expecting it gonna come even lower. This is where I'm wrong, or I'm being greedy, something like that. Why? At this level, look at the reaction. First candle, okay, I paused it. Yeah, first candle tapped there, second candle came little lower at that 7.5 level but closed above, straight away it started going higher. And when this move was happening, I said, bro, write it down. If it's going higher, it's gonna go higher and take this liquidity, because this was too clean of the buy side liquidity that price left over there. It's exact equal with so many other liquidities on its way down. Okay, like so many other swing highs that market didn't take. So this is now where it's going to take the liquidity, and that's exactly where market went. Even during the news, I think it went even higher, and it's going higher. You see these two lines that market tapped and went higher to take the liquidity. What is this? 15 minutes fair value that I have drawn when I was seeing that. Okay, and that's where market tapped, I think. Or no, it didn't even tap there. Okay, it's in 1 minute it looks like it tapped, but it didn't even come here. That's the smallest possible fair value gap. I think later on market came here during the news time. Market came here, then went little higher, something like that happened, if I'm not wrong, for a moment being. Yeah, so first time it came here, it went higher, then eventually went to where I was expecting, and now it's trading somewhat around that area. I don't know where is the market right now. Okay, just look, the equal buy side has been taken, that fair value gap it became now my breakaway gap, inversion fair value gap, because market gave literally 0 f to that fair value. Okay, so it's going higher. There is another equal that I marked, like relative equal, so I just write equal. Okay, relative equal, but don't get me wrong, so it can go there up to it. I don't care what happens. Okay, I usually don't even sit this long in front of the chart, and since it's 3 AM, I might stay awake until 4:30, go to the mosque, say the prayer, and then come back home and sleep. That's the routine. Okay, if I'm awake, I do that. If I'm not awake, I have alarm set for 4:30 AM so that I can wake up and go to the mosque. It's right the opposite side of my house, like 30 seconds or 1 minute walking distance, something like that. Anyway, so this is what price is doing. Now what I was showing there that I was not able to show in the what it calls, in the reply mode, was if let's say I'm expecting market to come this fair value, go higher, give me a profit. Okay, this is where I'm expecting. For example, don't do it. Okay, if I create the right side, someone in my video or someone commented, bro, how you select your 1% on a 50k account, something like that. So if you use a buy long or sell short, like depending on what sort of liquidity you are looking into or entry you are looking into, if you use that, let's say this fair value is your entry, the third candle of the fair value is your stop loss, although market can even come lower, I don't care. Anyway, whatever you set that, with your stop loss you will right click, create limit order. You see, with one lot it's giving me with 1 unit it's giving me more than 1% risk. It's nearly 2% risk. So this is where you adjust it. Now if you are trading future contracts, you cannot make it 0.5, 0.2, 0.1 that you can do in forex or regular contract. I think a spot contract, those are I don't really know. In forex you can make it exact 1%, like if you put 1% you can do that. Here it's saying that minimum lot is 1, so that's why it's not allowing me to enter. However, since it's 15 minutes, that's why it's looking something like that. But let me remove it and go back to 1 minute just to show you like what I try to mean. Okay, let's say this fair value gap I'm willing to enter just for the sake of this purpose. Okay, targeting that buy side. This is my entry and stop loss. Create limit order. Now see, it's 3 contracts showing me 1.74, so I can reduce the contract until it is I'm happy with the risk. Okay, until I'm happy with the risk. Now this is my buy long. Okay, now I'm in a position, it automatically set me the 5, 6 and the take profit. The same thing, all I need to do is I need to go to paper trading, like on my account when I'm trading. You see there is no position, but the tool is still there. All I need to do, come here, set my 1%, which can be 4 lots, like 1.6 on whatever it is, enter. This is my entry that I just put. Okay, I'm not sure it's going higher, but there is a high probability it's gonna go and grab that. That's why I choose this area. Why? It's coming up from that 15 minutes breakaway gap. Okay, that's the thing. It was supposed to be a resistance. Okay, market should respect this area and send lower for the sell side liquidity, but it didn't respect. In the 15 minutes you will see it broke straight away. Okay, it broke straight away. It didn't respect, it didn't take any sell side, so now it should act as a resistance, sorry, support. That's what you can see with this week, that already retested that area. Anyway, this is, don't take this entry. Okay, if I was here, I should have done more studies before entering into a trade. For now, what I can see is inside of this area, when market came, it took this liquidity and it gave me a market structure shift, and that is the fair value it's respecting over and over again. Okay, no body close below that. Also, it took some inducement liquidity already, and this swing low, if I'm not wrong, it traded into your order block's mean threshold. Okay, it didn't, because it's a huge order block. However, it traded into your order block. That's good enough, and it's going for that buy side delivery. That's why I choose this area to enter into a trade. Okay, but what I said is, you can simply one click, and now I can cancel this on here. There won't be any entry on the 100k paper trading account, but since I already have a entry over there, you see I have now $600 profit. Okay, so if I'm happy, let's say I'm happy, okay, with what I have, what I would do is, this high could have been my area where I could target to take some partial. So I could just reduce the position by 1, or whatever the partial I want to take. I would come to that area, sell limit order. So sorry, just a tick above, sell limit order. So when market goes there, it will automatically give me one partial. Okay, that's $700 or 800, whatever it is, partial, 50% closing there. Now you can see market has created a huge bloody fair value over there. Do you want to keep your, once that partial is taken? Okay, why? Because you don't know market, if this is the liquidity market wants to take and come lower. Once this partial is taken, what you want to do is, not before, okay, because it created relative equal, so you still wait. This is a fair value. Yes, there is still chance you can go and put it break even or bit higher. Since this fair value, you can anticipate that market will respect or do something with this fair value, and it created relative equal highs over there. So you can do it earlier, but that's not something I'm gonna suggest, because as you can see, it came back. So until you take some partial at a certain liquidity level, you don't do that. Okay, this is why I'm saying this. Once this partial is taken, you can put your stop loss around the mean threshold of this order block, because that is where market can easily come. Okay, and when you read the price with what's happening, I just draw this fair value. I can see a order block here, or this is a better order block since it took the liquidity and it traded inside of this. So this entire block is my order block before this candle. Okay, let's talk about the order block, the way I use it. Okay, so this is a higher time frame point of interest. I'm looking into 1 minute, so 15 minutes is 15 times higher than what I'm looking into. Okay, so this stop loss should not be here. First of all, since I didn't get my partial yet, I'm coming one by one. Okay, I will move it, but I'm coming one by one. This is a higher time frame point of interest that should now act as a breakaway gap. That's my act as a inversion fair value gap. That's my expectation. That's what I'm expecting from market to do. Now why I moved it lower, don't think with this move or something, don't think like that. I'm saying this is the what it calls the discipline you should have. It's going higher, you have some profit. If you are happy with the profit, just close your position. Don't wait until that 1270. If you are happy with this, close it. But if you are not happy with this, you cannot move straight away when you see some profit, because first you need to secure the profit. When it goes there, look what gonna happen here. My $570 worth of loss will be half, right? Because I'm closing 50% of my position. By the meantime, I'm already securing at least $400 because I'm hoping it's more than 800 by the look of the range. That's why I'm saying 400. So after that, if I move it, I will have nothing to regret. Even if I don't move it and leave it there for that liquidity, what can maximum happen? Market can come low, stop me out with 50% of the risk. So what will be the risk? It's 570. So that will be 85, right? $285. I secured 400 there. Okay, once let's that hit, but let me talk about the order block first. Higher time frame point of interest that took some previous liquidity. Okay, now market gave you the market structure shift. So this candle was responsible for your liquidity grab. Now that liquidity was grabbed, and that candle's high, what I said, remember the high, like the delivery now might be the buy side delivery, although it already took this equal highs. If I was earlier, I could take entry here, okay, and wait for these equal highs to be taken with this move. Anyway, what I'm saying here is, when market went above, closed above, gave you all those market structure shifts with fair value gap, with volume imbalance or whatever it is, you don't need that, right? You need the market structure shift with fair value at your discount level. Let's see if it's in your discount or not. Is it sitting in your discount? Yes, it is sitting in your discount. This low came to this far. Okay, let's see if you targeted the OTZ. I say what I said, the OTZ is your possible level of what it calls. This is also a entry method, OTZ. That OTZ was hit here. It went to that level. It's now coming lower, retracing. It can hit the stop loss. You know, I didn't calculate anything, just took that, but keep it that way. But what I'm saying here is, this is the candle that's responsible for your liquidity grab, and then market structure shift happened, and that's the last and lowest down close candle. Okay, that has the lowest body of the down close. Now market is coming lower, it can do whatever the heck it wants to do, because I think there is a news that, no, it's at 10. I think the, yeah, news at 10 that happened. 1:30 there is a news. I don't care. Okay, why now I have to close that one. Okay, so that was a loss. It's not a good example that I wanted to show, but anyway, now this is a order block, because what I said is, market went higher, gave you the market structure shift, came lower, retraced into your fair value. This is where you enter. That's your equal high or whatever it is. So your entry would look, firstly your entry would look something like this. Okay, the third candle of the fair value gap, this is your entry. What you target, 1 to 2 first. Okay, it didn't give you 1 to 2. That's if it's during the session or something. This is after the silver bullet, so definitely I'm not saying here you target 1 to 2. You have equal highs over here. Take some partial if possible. If you might think this is a very low target or something with this sort of fair stop loss. It's 13 ticks stop loss, 13.5 ticks take profit. I'm saying take partial. I'm not saying take all the profit, and then you can target higher, put your stop loss, break even, whatever you do. How much you can get with your own percentage. Okay, let me do another thing. No, usually keep that loss like that. I'll try to find a better entry and mitigate that. Don't worry. So with your 1% risk, what you are risking here is 500. Let's say like it's 1%, so around $500 you are getting $540. So once you take this as your profit, you are actually earning, if you are closing 50% at this recent swing high, you are getting at least $270 in your profit. After that, you can leave it there, and you can either reduce your stop loss or put it at break even, whatever you do. You got stopped out here by putting it in break even, right? Because it didn't go to your liquidity, or it didn't give you 1 to 2 whatever you targeted, something like that, right? Like from this low. Okay, you can, like, if you know how it should work, you can use your order block mean threshold. A tick or two lower than that can be your stop loss. That's up to you. Like, if you know this can be a possible area, that way your take profit is bit easier. I'm not saying this is a way or this is because I'm saying that. I have already talked about it in my other videos as well. So you can do that, but if you use the original stop loss level where you should put your stop loss, you are stopped out. Okay, you are stopped out at break even. You still have your partial in your as your profit. Taking partial is important, guys. I took partial on my today's profit, I took partial on my previous profit, everything I have recorded. I'm not just getting enough time to collect all those and make a video, edit things like that, because there is no voice or no explanation, nothing like that. So you won't understand anything. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying like that. You won't understand what's usually I'm looking into during that specific moment, if I just upload it without any audio or anything. That's why. So yes, this is a order block until it goes higher, takes the liquidity. I'm looking into this level. Now this is the candle when market came and traded to the previous order block. The lowest down close candle can be my order block. Okay, this can be my order block. It became my order block for a moment being. Market went higher, came lower, took that liquidity. Okay, when this liquidity was taken, this was a better order block that market traded into the previous order block. Now you can call this as your order block as well, since no body closed below it. It took the liquidity but no body closed below it. Okay, as long as body is respecting this, it can be your possible order block. And that's where you can see like some reaction is happening also. But I am saying is this is a better order block. Why? Because it's trading into your previous order block, which you can now call the order block retest. This was the test, this is the retest. Okay, so order block retest, it retesting your previous order block. It's sending price higher with imbalances, although it didn't work this time because it's already trading into, I think, yeah, so it already took this sort of liquidities from there, if I'm not wrong. Okay, it took this on, it didn't. Okay, so there might be something that's sending price lower. I don't have any level marked higher there because I have hidden it, like I have it hidden on the higher time frame. So just for this one, let me mark the breakaway. Yeah, so it went to the 1 minute breakaway gap and they started coming lower. Okay, so why I marked this one, breakaway gap? Where is it? So one fair value, so liquidity grab, market structure shift, first fair value, second fair value. Market went to the second fair value, send lower. That's the breakaway gap that it left behind, and this is where market currently traded. Just look. Okay, so it's not too hard. If I had this level, I might have exited there. That's exactly what I did on my other entries that I showed, right below the level. Anyway, forget about it. I just showed it for a different purpose. It's not an entry or something without any calculation or anything. However, what I'm saying is this is retest of your order block, came even deeper to the order block, sent higher. This week took your liquidity from this swing low as well, or this inducement liquidity. As a result, this became a better order block, and if I look into this order block, I think this will give me better reaction. Like when came price reacted here, when came this sort of area got reacted. Okay, but I think when which video I actually forgot. Let me just have a look into my YouTube channel where I have a very good example of the order blocks that anyone remember, like Nexaris or what it calls, I think Jihad, or anyone, like, can you remember which video I talked about that one, where I said like you don't want to miss the, where I said you don't want to miss the last part or final part of it. I think order block and breaker block, something like that, on that video. It was a large, yeah. So on my channel you will find a better example, because I'm just showing wherever the price currently at. So in this video I had so many breaker block. Where's the order block? Hey, yeah. So something like on in this video, okay, if I'm not wrong. Okay, you'll see me explaining a lot of things. Was that the video where I showed it? I cannot remember, guys, but if you are watching my videos, I think you saw that somewhere in, I cannot exactly remember in which video I was explaining that. I think this, or at the beginning of this, I cannot remember properly, but you see me doing a lot of crazy things in my channel. Okay, so hope you will find that video, you will see that from there. Okay, if you will find that one, that information was so important. What I was trying to show here, it's not the good time or perfect area to show you that. However, I hope you are getting it. So what I'm saying is, let's say in a move like this, okay, always you expect your order block to happen when the, let's say this is your previous order block. Okay, order block's opening price. I don't look into the weeks, although the week high and low everything is part of your order block, but the extreme order block, the candle with the lowest down close candle, the opening price of that, if a candle comes and retests that area by its body or wick, whatever it is, but it needs to come at least to that opening price, or even mean threshold is even better. If that can happen, that is a possible order block. Why possible? Is because this order block is not confirmed until price close above that high. Okay, like a green candle close above that high, this order block is not confirmed. If there are multiple black candles around this area, so you need to close above that level. When market close above that, went higher, it's coming for the retracement. If a wick or a body, something that is not coming to this order block, you cannot use it as your high probability, because there are chances that market can go higher, come lower, use this as a inducement liquidity, trade into that order block area with another candle or wick, whatever it is, and then it can give you the shift. And by the time you look into that as your order block and use that mean threshold or whatever as your stop loss, there are high probability that you can get stopped out, like what happened around this area. Because this huge candle, yes, it traded above that, came lower, this was supposed to act as an order block, so that was a actually indication that market is not going higher. Because once that happened and market again came here and traded into that, it failed to take that liquidity, I could have saved my loss and exit out of the market, things like that. I mean, this is paper trading and you know why I took that position anyway, but I'm saying like that way. Okay, so this is a good area to look into. But when this sort of things happened, when market traded, didn't respect the low of that order block, things like that, that is where you can get the indication, I guess. So now price is trading here. I'm willing to see if market wants to go lower, it close below that mean threshold. If that mean threshold is disrespected, price can come lower and trade into this sort of breakaway gaps. Okay, take this liquidity, trade this breakaway gap, or I don't know if this is any more important or not. Let me have a look. Yeah, so market went higher, traded the lower portion, again closed above, mean threshold respected, went higher. So yeah, this breakaway gap can be still important. Okay, also it's the Asian buy side, so when you want to go into a long trade, so still it's respecting, it's sending higher. Okay, but until it's disrespected, I'm not worried much about if, let's say, I had an entry around any of these levels. I'm not worried. The moment it closed below this order block's mean threshold, this is where I will be worried, or I will straight away close my position, because it disrespected this. Now why this move happened, I have no idea, because I didn't see what was happening during this moment. Also this many news. So PMI has negative results. So during this PMI, I think at 10 AM time, DXY was trading lower. Let me see at 10 AM what happened to the DXY. This is 10 a.m. candle, guys. Okay, now it's retracing to the inefficiencies, and that's why NQ is trading lower, because DXY is now retracing to the higher side, so NQ should retrace to the lower side to somewhat this sort of fair value. And as I said, as long as this mean threshold is respected, I'm not worried. The moment a candle's body close even a tick below that mean threshold, like it comes lower, close below that by a tick, I will close my position, because even if my stop loss is currently here, it will take that liquidity, it will trade that way area and then go higher if it wants to go higher. That's the first thing. Okay, because I didn't see where the 50. Okay, first of all, there is, yes, this can be a possible, as I said, possible breakaway gap. IFVZ market on this entire bullish move, it didn't come and retest to a single fair value, so it should now come and retest at least a fair value to its premium discount array, something like that. So if I want to look for an entry for buy side, that's a bad thing, because it already took the liquidity, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, so today's Asia high was here, so that was the today's high. It take the daily liquidity, it's now going for the previous day's liquidity. Okay, so if I still want to take any trade, I would wait until this fair value is traded. Okay, that's the breakaway gap, because liquidity, market structure or market structure. Okay, let me actually go to the other chart and clean it up so that you can understand what I'm saying. On the 15 minutes, you have your sell side liquidity. This is 15 minutes. Okay, keep that in mind as well. Don't just look for this area on your 1 minute. I can see this is a market structure, or I can say this is a market structure. Either way, it doesn't matter. What I'm looking here is the OTZ is aligning with this fair value gap. That is where I'm expecting market can come and retrace, but this is the first fair value, remember, and I want to keep an eye on the second fair value as well, like this one. Okay, if it can come here, still I will be willing to take an entry. Why is because although it's not aligning with my OTC, but it's in my discounted area. Okay, for a long setup, I would look for a entry in my discount. Where is it? Template. Okay, so see, it's way below my discount. Yes, it's not aligning my OTC. That's why I marked this first and then this. Okay, I would, if I'm trading on a 15 minutes, I might enter into one lot, or even if possible less than that, like even less than 0.5% of my account, because this is aligning with my OTC, not this. But as I said, that is because just it's the second fair value of this entire move. Market can come here and go higher, it can happen, and since that can happen and it's still sitting in my discounted area, this is what I call premium and discounted array. Okay, this is the array that you are looking into, the premium discount array. And since like this fair value is sitting inside of your order block, there is a high probability this can work as a breakaway gap. Okay, so here I would take small portion of my account balance, or I would take a small risk, and that is because I don't want to miss a higher probability run or something. Why I'm saying higher probability? It's created so many equals around this area. Okay, so like let me just put the marks on the, oh my god, the noise is too much, man. I don't know if you guys can get it or not, but it's crazy, driving me crazy. And for a long time I didn't actually look into the chat, because I don't know if people are telling me something or not. So okay, so as you can see, so many buy side liquidities, that's on 15 minutes. So yes, I am saying this is a high probability. If after the this is already the, I think London silver bullet is already done. Okay, and because of the news, I would not consider entering into a silver bullet trade since 10 a.m. I mean after 10 a.m. if there is any chance, maybe, but mostly I would be very cautious about a day where I have like 3-4 red folder news or events, okay, and especially from 8:30 till 10, and then again at 1:30 I have a orange folder FOMC member speaks. These specific moments market will be crazy, so you have to be like careful. 8:30 huge candle with huge wick, like what is this? Okay, what is this? Now it took the liquidity. What I said, if it can close above this, you are on the buy side, or market has shifted the bias. Did it shifted the bias and went towards the upside? Yes. You, if you find your entry, let's say there in 1 minute time frame, you found some of your structural shifts around this area or even lower, this is where you target the possible levels, like the relative equal highs or whatever it has created during that moment. Let me actually check in 1 minute what happened during these moves. Okay, so that's the news move, it took the liquidity. Now that's the higher time frame market structure shift that I marked, and that's the liquidity I was talking about. So from this low, that high, this low, you have a breaker block in 1 minute. This, although there are some other areas you can mark as well. When price traded above, came multiple times to that level also at the same time. Let me look around this area, like from the low to high, where what happened exactly. So this candle took the liquidity. Okay, so this huge candle took the liquidity. That's why until it goes above that area and close above that, I'm not willing to consider this as a change in direction or delivery. So this fair value retest was a possible area to enter, because that's after price traded above that candle, that opening price, right? So first time it came, it reacted, came lower, finally it went above. That's the break of a structure. You have fair value gap over there. Even from this swing low to that high, you are getting it below your premium and discount. You have a volume imbalance, that is also a fair value gap. Okay, so your first fair value gap can be this one, your second one is above that. However, you can enter from your second fair value as well if you know what you're doing, but I'm looking at the price. I'm not gonna say this is your entry. This is a possible level because of the candle close above. Okay, because of closing above that huge black candle that took all the liquidity from left, or major liquidities. So you can possibly enter there. Now you have a higher time frame swing low, swing high and low. So the highest up close candle with the body, that's your extreme order, extreme breaker block. If there is set of candle, that is your total breaker block. Now this is the extreme one, that's what we usually look into. This is the extreme one, that's what we usually look into during our order block as well. If it respects this, that's a better chance of going higher. If it comes lower, I would expect price to come until this far. Once it, like, that's not usual to do by the price, but what I'm saying here is, once price trades above that, I think some people calls the week trading above is also a possible thing, but this week was like, this week happened when market came lower and took the liquidity and created the low. So low, high, low, in between whatever happened, never price came here until this candle happened. Okay, it traded above your breaker block. Now it's retesting your breaker block area. It's a higher time frame that I'm saying, and that is your one single candle. Let's say in 5 minutes, too congested over there, let's look into 5 minutes. Okay, so this is your even better area of interest. Okay, so this one candle traded above that, created or confirmed that break of a structure. With that, you are getting your breaker block. Market coming lower, retesting that like twice, going higher. I'm not saying this fair value could be your entry. It's up to you how you take the market, how you have read your market for so long. But why that is the possibility, as I said multiple times, this is the candle took the liquidity in any time frame you look into. So that opening price, the moment price traded above that and closed above that, this is where you look for your possible buy longs. That's the information I used during my silver bullet, if you remember. Where was it? I went too far, guys. Somewhat around this area, right? Yeah, so 3, yeah, on the 5 minutes you can see this is the one single candle that closed, took the liquidity, and that is where it closed above. And I didn't wait for this market structure shift. If you go to 1 minute, you will know what I just showed you guys. Remember what I told you? This is the candle in 1 minute. So in lower time frame, that was the high. Remember, this is the fair value that I entered from. I hope you're getting this. Okay, the exact same thing is happening right here. So if you have looked into chart like this, you could do that. That's what I did, and that's why I have over 3000 in both of accounts. Okay, like not 3000 in each account, but I'm saying like total profit of a day, like 3300 something. Anyway, so that's a thing, and what I said is I will wait until I see that sort of reaction. Now there can be other areas where you can enter if you have your higher time frame point of interest around this area. I don't risk it as long as market is not coming here. I'm not willing, like these two area. This is the 15 minutes fair value gap, and that is the breakaway gap. Why I showed you the OTZ and other stuff, and why I marked it even though it is not inside my OTZ is because it's well below the discounted area or equilibrium level. So that's why I still want to keep an eye around that area. Now what you look into, like let's say this is another thing I should talk before I go, which is, see, this is a 15 minutes fair value and this is a 15 minutes breakaway gap that I just showed you guys. Okay, around that area you look for your possible point of reversal on lower time frame. See, like here, while you have a order block that's trading from a fair value gap or previous order block that took some inducement liquidities, all you have is a order block. Now why this is a possible order block that I'm saying? You see this entire move, that's your one single order block, right? Like I know it's not, that's why you avoid the news time. Okay, it's not something that you are going to use as your order block, but this is two candles together. After that market went higher, that low is still secured, so this entire move is your order block. When market went above that, okay, this is where it's sorry, when market went above that area, this is where it's coming to your order block. But from this area, when market traded above that, it's coming to your order block. It didn't respect your min threshold, right? Why? Because you're looking into your only extreme order block. You need to look into your entire order block when you are confirming your order block. Your order block is confirmed when that high was traded, not before that, since that's the move. This is why on the higher time frame, or like sorry, on the news time, you don't really look into this sort of confluences while entering into a trade. Okay, all you can do is this: it's accumulating or ranging. It took the buy side, it took the sell side, it retraced into the fair value. Instead of taking the sell side liquidity, it took that retracement liquidity. Remember what I showed in my dealing range type 2, remember in this video? 644 views. So I hope those 44 people can tell me what I'm saying here. Okay, this liquidity is important. When market came this low of the original dealing range, it failed to take that sell side liquidity. Instead it went higher, it took this. Now what is the target? That swing high, and that's where market went. So if you know the dealing range, you know after this happened, you could simply look for your entries around this move. Okay, why this move is because after taking that liquidity, you are looking for your possible what it calls W setup. So it can be something like this. Okay, so market now retracing to a small little fair value here. Before that, if you are aggressive, you have maybe options. I don't know, like I didn't really read the price during this moment, but let's see. No, it didn't come to that area, or that is your first time market structure shift. If I have to say so, like sorry, break of structure. This is called break of structure because the structure shift originally happened above that, but it broke a structure multiple times. And the state of delivery also happened over there, but dealing range, remember, accumulation on a trending market, it's creating non-stop sell side liquidity while taking non-stop buy side liquidities. Finally it manipulated to the upper side, took the buy side liquidity, it distributed to the sell side, took the sell side liquidity. Finally it retraced into the fair value, only fair value that you have, or it retraced inside of the range. You see that low to high, it retraced inside of the range, liquidity became important, market went higher, took that instead of taking the sell side, even though it came this lower. So now your target is that high. That's one way of entering into the market. I'm just looking into that. Same thing is happening here. Okay, if you look into 1 minute time frame, it's doing exactly the same thing. But what you are trying to do here is, it took the liquidity, it's coming lower for the retracement. But what you are trying to do here is, when the retracement gonna happen, what gonna happen is, it won't take this liquidity. Okay, this is the low of the day, this is the low of the day, it will take the high, and this low of the day, only because of the news, New Year created. And as I said, most of the time you will see, most of the time London has done something of these two parts, but today is the day market does everything. Okay, after every bearish move on the daily time frame, today is the day when market goes higher, and that's what happening. Why I said, right, that fair value, remember, OTZ, whoever joined late, let me show you one last time. OTZ or premium discount array, inside of that, that's your only single fair value, like from the starting of this break of a structure move. Let me, I don't know why always make it complicated for myself and for others as well. So market broke the structure, it traded inside of the fair value gap, accumulation, manipulation, took the sell side of all these moves, it went higher, broke the structure, it created the range until that far, now it's coming to the OTZ. So as I said, this low will be very important. You don't want to see this low is broken until it takes that buy side. If it takes that, it will take this low as well. So this one, or this level, which is 15920.25, that will be your next target if market can go higher and fail to take that buy side. Okay, so inside of that OTZ, that's the first ever fair value that was created from this low until that high was created. Okay, so break of a structure with that candle, you have this fair value or displacement candle. Okay, first, and this is your second fair value. So yesterday market traded here, today it traded day before yesterday market traded to the midpoint, it showed little bit of reaction, that happens most of the time on every single day. It came lower, traded lower, so this fair value was disrespected for the moment being, since it traded lower. This is the only area that market can come and trade and keep some portion open. Okay, and inside my OTZ as well. So this is the daily. If this low is broken, like market goes higher, fails to take that buy side, it takes the sell side instead, you look for sell only until this low is broken or this sell side is taken. When that sell side will be taken, that means this fair value will be disrespected, and for that, on the weekly time frame, you have another move to draw your OTZ from. Okay, this is your high, this is your low, you see, that's the only fair value that's aligning. Okay, and that's your second, like weekly breakaway gap and weekly fair value gap, like first fair value, second fair value, these are the two. You are not looking into this, that's the third fair value. You are looking into daily for this specific range, because there is a like swing low that traded into fair value and then market going higher, and so many weeks of green days. So it is highly likely there will be your black days as black weeks as well. Okay, so that's what it's happening, the retracement. Because I'm saying I'm not bearish overall for the long term, I'm not bearish, I'm bullish. Why? It's because it's the retracement that everyone can expect after a certain. Where it's coming from? It's coming from another weekly bearish breakaway gap, like the first fair value gap. What reaction you are seeing here on the daily, the exact same thing you can see on the weekly. Okay, let me go to the original NQ. You see that breakaway gap? Why? First fair value. There is your second fair value. Okay, previously where price traded and came lower from, that's your second fair value, and the first I have drawn with lines. Now I was showing so many things, that's why you can see so many levels over there, but it's not that hard when you go to 1 minute. That's the first weekly fair value, bearish fair value. Okay, bearish, that's where it traded. Now it's coming lower, so you can see reactions from this sort of fair values. And why that fair value is important, let me go to the other chart so that it I'm sorry, here it's a new contract, it won't show me, so I must have to go here. Anyway, I can draw this by myself one more time, or I can just Ctrl Z or something like that. Okay, weekly, yep, from the high to the low OTZ. So that's your first fair value level that market went, respected, came lower, tried something like traded some internal liquidities and also inside of this volume imbalance. Now it's going higher because it's your extreme level of, and this is why I'm still bullish. Okay, since it traded that far of the move, now I don't think this fair value will hold for longer. Yes, it can send little lower, it can take this liquidity, but eventually this is where I'm looking for the other bullish move. Okay, like this. Since it traded more than 79%, now is the highly chance or probability on the higher time frame, like all these moves, it traded more than 90% level with this move on this side move. So now it's high probability that this fair value, although it's reacting right now for some reason or for some period of time, it is just because it needs to come to this sort of areas. Okay, everyone cannot be profitable in trading. Okay, people who entered long from every single week's low or this sort of area, who has a stop loss on every candle's low. Okay, on the daily it will be more clear. So when people has entered from this area, seeing the move, okay, they have their stop loss below every lows. Market cannot just go higher as they expected to give or make everyone profitable. It needs to retrace or it needs to grab some liquidity to go to the level it is reaching for. If you go to crypto, I don't really want like crypto anymore, because it's manipulation everywhere, and especially what happened to the FTT, yeah, that was the see, a lot of people said it's going for it Bitcoin will go to zero. Okay, it gonna go to zero by looking at this move, all these equal lows or relative equal lows, because they saw liquidity grab, market structure shift on the higher time frame. Okay, weekly or even maybe on the monthly, I don't know, I really didn't go that far, but something like this. But why I'm not worried about that is because yes, it's liquidity grab, market structure shift, it came lower. Okay, market structure shift happened, it's trading higher. How far it can go, that's your breakaway gap. Let it go there, let's see what happens. This is a this is the expectation. This is daily, that's why you can see so many levels over weekly break. There is that anyway, and this is monthly that I'm showing. So this is a level, let market go there. What we expect, it's a bearish fair value, we expect that market will tap into that fair value and then come lower, and this will act as a resistance. If it can act as a resistance, it's good. That's what we expect. I don't have problem Bitcoin going to zero, but I have problem when I mean, yes, if someone says that, that is where I have problem. Why? Because these retracements make more sense to me, because when market went this high, lot of people were greedy. They even entered at the highest level possible. I know someone who entered at around like 58,000 level, because they are greedy. They saw all this, they saw this, they sold out or even hold it. I don't know, even some people went there, they went greedy. There is a greed and fear and greed index as well for BTC. Okay, BTC fair and greed. If you don't know, you will understand now this alternative.me. This is a very important area. You see the grid, it's now at grid level. Anytime market can crash. After seeing this sort of move, that's what happens most of the time. If you don't know, the max I can see, whenever there is a max grid level, you see there is crash. When this is not a very good thing. Let me show you the 1 year. There was a way to max it up or like highlight it. I don't know how I can do that, but grid is anything above where 50% or some, what is it anyway? Oh yeah, so I think you can see like it's been grid every single day. New is coming here. When everyone is greedy, everyone is expecting market gonna go higher, that is when market gonna crash. Have you seen yesterday's price action? Like this one single candle's move. This is a daily candle. Oh okay, so day before yesterday, since it's a new day here in Australia, it's now new day. Okay, so or I don't know, anyway, so this day, that's what I'm saying. As I said, I don't really care about crypto anymore. Just look at the high to low, like where market was and where it came. Okay, 45,500 was the highest, like this, and market came in 1 day to this, which was 40,750. so that's like nearly 5,000. This is called a crash. But if it moves like 1,000 $2,000, I don't consider that as a crash, or I don't consider that as a boom or something. Why? Because if you look into the ATR or average true range, you see this $1,754 is what, or whatever you can see here, is the average of last 14 days. Okay, that's how much Bitcoin can move in a single day, and based on last 14 days. If I can make the ATR even bigger, let's say 21 days or something, some people use 21 EMA or something. You see it's 1,645. When I was trading earlier in crypto market, it was like 1,100 to 1,400, something like that, like $1,100 to $1,400. Now people have more money, they have more to invest. I don't know, like also Bitcoin halving happens every 4 years. So this 2025 there will be a Bitcoin halving, and during that moment there will be a crash. That's why I have these levels. After that it should go higher if it wants to create a all-time new high, but I'm not expecting a straight away move. Okay, the daily level, I'm seeing some reaction from that area. That's good enough, because it's a resistance for me. Okay, it's still resisting the price. It tried to go higher, immediately came lower, still resisting inside of that area. But what's mostly happening is it's generating liquidity. So if it wants to go higher, what it needs to do, it needs to come lower first, then it can go higher, right? First the manipulation to the lower side, then the distribution to the higher side. And this is a daily, accumulation phase. Now this is a possible manipulation. Like it could have been a manipulation if at least it took this liquidity, because that's the range price is currently trading inside. Okay, anyway, it created more sell side. Okay, that's why I'm not saying it's the manipulation. If not that liquidity, it didn't even take this low. Okay, it's creating relative equal lows to come lower. That's why I'm not considering any investment or any sort of thing in Bitcoin. I just kept that level to do some video or something, I don't know, like a long ago. That's why it's like that without adjustments or any other thing. So I don't know what I was talking about. Okay, lot of people had lot of questions. The one question that I answered was how you select your risk management with TradingView or this thing. This is very easy. I don't know if I have MetaTrader 5 installed or not. Let me check actually. Yeah, oh no, that's the setup file, right? Let's see. I don't want to install anymore because, oh yeah, I got it. Anyway, so in MetaTrader 5, if you are using anything like this in the platform, I had some things over there, I don't know what was that. You see this expert advisor, there's later in the market. Let me go to the market. And where is my own indicator? No, sorry, not indicator. Where is my installed on or my bot on? I have something bought. Okay, this auto trading algorithm. Okay, let me actually go to a chart. I think this chart, I can find it. Script example, nope. Advisor, position size or something was the name, I forgot actually, guys. Market trade panel, I actually forgot the, I think position. Let me search on the market. Okay, so position size calculator, something like that. It, you have to buy it, to be honest. It's not free on the MetaTrader. It's like Apple. That's why I hate Apple. That's why I hate MetaTrader 4 or 5. Okay, because it's not free. Most of the softwares you have to buy, and I can crack whatever I want to. So I don't really, I use Windows and Linux or Ubuntu as my working station. Ubuntu, Windows for all these things, trading and recording videos, live stream. I can use Ubuntu, but I want to keep my workplace and personal place separate. Okay, that's why I don't use the same operating system for both of the work. POSITION position calculator, I had it bought. Maybe I'm not logged into the there are free ones, I didn't check that one, but there was one that position calculations that works exactly the same way. Like it works exactly this way, whatever here, that specific one. I will try to post a the name and the screenshot of that one. Once I figure it out where it is exactly, I will post it on my Twitter and few YouTube community post, like on the community. So I try to, like, if there is any update, see, I will be live at 8:30. The 50% discount code for the top step challenge. Okay, lot of people are new here, so new year 2024, this is a 50% discount code for top step challenge. I'm not affiliated, nothing, but if you are willing to take a challenge or buy a challenge, this is the code that you can use to get 50% off on your first purchase. After that, if you cannot pass, if you need to reset, whatever it is, whatever the fees are, read carefully. If you have a set strategy and looking to start a new challenge in 2024, this is your code to start with 50% discount. And that's why I'm trading on a new 100k challenge account. Okay, and that's the account. Lot of people are new, that's why I'm saying that's the account. All the trade that I have took in last 2 days, like since on the New York it's still Friday, I'm gonna say today and yesterday, Thursday and Friday, these 2 days, whatever the trades I took, win or loss doesn't matter, I'm gonna share with you guys to see if I have what it takes to, like, accept any challenge and pass it. As simple as that. So yeah, you can go to my just, it's easy. Okay, New Year 2024, you put it. If you are buying, you can use that code for a 50% discount. That's the thing I had to share with you guys. And I post a lot of things over here, okay, in my YouTube community, a lot of things over here. As you can see, when I cannot make videos, I try to give you guys update around these areas. Okay, and some videos here from pretty good people or famous people, what they're talking about this. Okay, see, until I post another video of this and remember what he's saying. Okay, this is someone, if you see, you will understand. Okay, keep your trades simple. That's what I say every time, that simplicity is the best thing you can do. Listen guys, there is one thing that is called paralysis by analysis. What I did is very simple. What I said at the very beginning of my at the very beginning of my streaming is, if market close below the previous day's low, I'm gonna still look for sell side delivery and sell side setups only. If it can do that, why I expected from this fair value market can go higher? Is it going higher? Yes, it's going higher. If it can close just above this low, okay, the previous day Thursday's low, tomorrow this is my target along with that liquidity as well. Why I will target this is because if market goes to this area, that's the fair value that market should go, and then if it wants, it can come for the moment being, for like Monday or Tuesday, whatever day it goes there. Until then, I'm not going for sell side if market close above this level, okay, the previous day's low. That's the only thing I look into. What I looked into here, from this low to that high, this is the only fair value. That's where I'm looking into. I'm keeping it simple. If market fails, that is when I'm looking into that weekly, because that's the level it should come on the even higher time frame that what I was looking into. In daily, that's my OTZ level from swing low to swing high, accumulation, manipulation, distribution. It's coming to the OTZ levels fair value that I showed here. It's going higher. So if market takes this liquidity without taking that buy side, I will target this low, okay. Until this low is broken, I don't care what happens in between. I'm gonna sell every day, every single day. If I get the sell short clean, I'm gonna do that. If market fails to go higher and take that liquidity and takes this liquidity, and once this is failed or this fair value fails, this is my weekly fair value gaps. That's where market should go. This is why I said that keep it simple. I'm simple until it's broken. Once it's broken, I'm gonna look into this. Before that, whatever does the daily, it closes above that, I'm gonna target high. It closes until it gives me a sell side delivery, I'm gonna target buy side only. The same way I explained here, the same way I explained here at the very beginning of my streaming. Okay, if this is the second part of the streaming that you are watching, because I had a internet turned off or something, if this is the second part you are watching, you should go and watch the first part where I explained the liquidity, how you can target for each day. Okay, simple. Close previous day's low. Okay, is it lagging? I don't know, my stream output suddenly became, are you kidding me? Guys, I don't really know what's happening with the that's not a good thing to show in the stream, so I'm gonna keep it here. It's showing some error. I don't know, like if this anyway, I hope you guys are listening to this. But as I said, as long as market is trading above or below the previous day, wherever it closes by the end of the day, I will look on Monday to target what is my next drawn liquidity is on the daily basis. Okay, I don't care about monthly, weekly, yearly, things like that. Let it first break below that, then I will look into this or that low. Simple. Keep it simple. And that's what I'm saying, like watch this, or like how many shorts that is coming from other channels. Okay, these are the channels I don't even follow. It's just came as suggestion, then I watched that. On the left, as you can see, I have Top Step TV, Time to Clash. This is a gaming channel. I still keep that because when I don't trade, I usually watch something like that. Okay, like just to pass the time. Ali Khan, Top Step, Casper. This is a programming teacher or someone like who teaches programming. Chucks, if you know from Coursera, this is the guy who teaches programming. So I take some reference from him. That's why he is subscribed. Coke Studio is for some other reason. Coin Bureau for crypto newses, although I didn't watch maybe last 100 of his videos. As you can see, if I go to his channel, you will see this is after maybe 1 year or something. I'm just going into it. I didn't watch a single video for last long time. As I said, I don't care about crypto anymore. Okay, not a single video has been watched. Anyway, What I was showing Dutch algo, that's for another fair value god. Okay, this is another guy. You will find his Twitter very popular. Let me show you. When you are here, if fair, oh, what did I write over there? Fair value god. See that verified profile? Look, 46.4k. You will find lot of things in his area. Okay, look, this is why I learned. As I said, I'm open to learning. I learn from so many people, and they have explained so many things in very short way that help me put my things together. That's why I follow so many people. Fair value god. Okay, now this is another one, Gerald Trader. Although I'm gonna unsubscribe him straight away because a lot of his things doesn't make sense anymore, but I watched his 4 months old video, 2 months old video, even the recent video that he uploaded, trading PDR is wrong, here is why. I have watched so many. I tried to make sense out of what he's sharing. It didn't make sense. I'm sorry, with due respect. Okay, I don't know him personally or whatever. I'm not disrespecting him. I'm not finding valuable. I just unsubscribe. That's simple. You know my friend ICT trading concept. I still watch, like, I don't care. I watch his videos 1 day ago, 2 day ago. I try like what he is sharing, what he we have so many similarities, then we have so many difficulties as well to our understandings to mesh together. So that gonna happen because every person is different, every opinion should be different regarding a things. Okay, that's why there are buyers when market is bearish, there are seller when market is bullish. People will lose, some people lose to make other people win. Okay, because of the difference of their vision. I'm not saying he is a loser or something. He sometimes he gets my things in a wrong way. What I'm saying here is, it will be, see, like today's silver bullet, what I already talked about it. I don't want to say anymore. Anyway, today's silver bullet, I just took the pullback as my silver bullet entry, as simple as that. And then I know how far it was able to go. I showed you every single level that I marked and I used to help others. Okay, so if you are bearish, you would wait until that pullback and then you would look for your sell setups. I was bearish, still I know that market should go to that area before coming lower and taking the liquidity. That's why I targeted that far and the pullback. Okay, that's what I explained during the whole thing. So I hope that's already good enough. Some gaming channels, this is Kimmel Trading. Although I don't watch most of his video, like how to crash trading 2020, I've watched it. It was rubbish. The prop firm award, he was made a video. When I started it, I found it already out of context, rubbish. How I succeeded, watch it. Okay, don't, I'm sorry, rubbish, I shouldn't say that. I try to learn. I try to, if I have questions, I can try to find out answers from first ICT, then his students. Like after what I understood from ICT, I try to connect the pieces together from his students, like if the similar understanding is happening with his students or not. Especially when I see like Casper, if I have Casper here, see Casper, Sunday he has a free webinar. Okay, yeah, during the, I joined his previous webinars as well, just to see what he has to offer. Okay, you see, I watch his videos, I watch his shorts, everything. It's simple, guys. I'm still improving, I'm still learning, but the way I'm learning, I'm just helping you guys to understand the way I'm getting success from. Okay, ICT is based on market manipulation by some algorithm. Do you believe that? Brad B. Okay, let me give you one thing. The trading channel, this is my first mentor. Okay, don't get me wrong, he trades support and resistance only. Now you see this video, winning price action strategy, simple for beginners. Maybe that's the one. If I didn't forget, I'm not gonna go to, because his channel is a monetized channel. I will try to find out the, okay, that's why is something I don't want to. what he's showing here is this is a major level of resistance. What I saying, this accumulation, manipulation, then maybe a lower distribution, or in this case he was looking for some sort of, I don't know like what he was looking, 1 to 3 move, things like that, but I will go to the chart where he is explaining this. Okay, just wait. So price came below the 50 EMA or 100 EMA, whatever it is he is using. It created the W, it gave you this. So why I have problem when people says, okay, this guy showed entire showed his all of his accounts and the balance in a video. I already showed it with you guys. I cannot remember if this was the video or this was the video. 4 hours price action strategy, maybe this was the video that had it even better, which was like order block, or you see there is a fair value gap. Okay, he is looking into a W and then market coming lower, something like, I don't know like what he's, let me look for that area. So since I'm talking, let me talk about that. Okay, I think this is not the video, the other one that I just showed. Okay, CEST condition something, I think this is the video, full tutorial price action. If I'm gonna be sharing, I'll just look into the chart. Just give me a moment, guys. Don't leave. Okay, don't leave until I show you this. He is showing the support resistance entry or something. What I'm saying here is why I have problem with this sort of people. Okay, like they are, okay, yeah, he's showing a possible entry that can happen. Price pushes around. So what he was showing here is this is his support zone that market is coming, and market push down into the zone. It doing that, he's waiting for a break above that zone. Okay, or showing the possible, what it calls, possible bullishness or something. I don't know, like, let's listen. Okay, and we almost actually have a triple bottom in this situation. I'm going to count it as a double bottom though. Oh, okay. Price pushed lower, creating our first bottom, the neckline of the double bottom, and the second bottom. Now, the rules for a double bottom for me are very simple. I'm looking for price to create our first bottom, which we will count right here, pushing lower. At this first bottom, as soon as I see candles start pushing up from that first bottom of my double bottom, I grab a box tool and I create a box between the lowest body and the lowest wick of guys, what did I talked about this? Okay, I'm pausing and I'm coming back over and over. I'm sorry about that, but let me do on another thing. Okay, just take a screenshot of that so that I can explain even better. So just take a screenshot of this area. Okay, I'm still watching his videos. Okay, don't get me wrong, I don't trade anymore the support resistance because ICT makes more sense than support resistance, but I still respect this sort of value, and that's why I don't need a lot of knowledge from ICT to understand or make one single strategy. Okay, you can see that's a liquidity grab. He's saying he doesn't want to see a body closing below that area. What that can possibly do is a possible continuation of the trend in his way. You are seeing a liquidity grab. This candle was the one that's responsible for the liquidity grab, and it's a 4 hour. Okay, some people who trades 1 hour, this is where in a some people who trades 1 minute, they will say support resistance trader are stopped out here. They are thinking market is going lower. They're thinking, bro, he's showing it on a 4 hours execution level, and you are trading in 1 hour, and you are saying support resistance is stopped out by looking into that, and he is waiting for that sort of confirmation when it's getting what I said from the beginning till now. This is the liquidity that market has taken by this candle. When that opening price, a green candle close above that, that's a possible indication that market wants to go higher for the buy side liquidity. What he targets, let's listen to that. Okay, now in ICT term, it's your liquidity grab. Since it's 4 hour, you can use that week as your market structure shift, because when you go to a lower time, what we do, we trade in 1 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute, things like that, right? Time frames like that. So over there you will find not only your market structure shift, but also your liquidity grab as well, but also your fair value gaps as well. So he is entering from here, and then what he wants to do is he wants to wait until market goes higher. Let's see that happens or not. Okay, and how he's taking the entry, and that's why I'll say what I'm saying here. I normally do 1 times the ATR indicator below the lowest wick of the double bottom. And look where he's putting his stop loss. He says he wants to put it even lower than the low. How much low? It's the ATR indicator, whatever the previous 14 days or 20 days or 21 days, whatever the settings he's using, the moving average is like each day calculating the range like that. Okay, it's doing that. I am a macroeconomic fundamental trader with vast experience. I hope you are understanding my point, brother. I'm not here to like prove anything. What I'm saying here is, just bear with me a second. Okay, liquidity grab, market structure, whatever, however you want to say that, I'm saying is he's using a lot of he's giving it's in 4 hours. That's the range he's giving, and he's targeting 1.4 as his profit target. In his every single video he says like that. If he's sitting in front of the chart during the trade, he can adjust or trail his take profit and stop loss, things like that, after taking some partial or whatever. This is how he trades. But what I'm saying is ICT, yes, I have a different level of respect for ICT. Okay, what I'm saying here is ICT helped us understand why market can go higher after this, or how far it can go. There is 1 fair value, 2 fair value, market can go to the upper fair value because it's a liquidity grab, market structure shift. He is looking into the pullback, we are looking into the original distribution leg, things like that. Okay, so ICT helped us to understand why market will go to a certain level, why it should react from there, or if a certain price level is broken, what can possibly happen. I don't believe that ICT is the one who helped create that algorithm. Why? Let me tell you that ICT has over 800 K subscriber. Okay, let me check actually how many. 1 million subscriber now. Okay, ICT, I don't know when he hit 1 million, but he has over 1 million subscribers. Now if he was the one helped create that algorithm, that so-called algorithm, or algorithm itself, if anything exists like that, if he is the one helped create, do you think, like, I am a programmer, I'm building a software, I have couple of people working, before I even hired them or I gave them the contract, I made them sign the non-disclosure form. Okay, he wouldn't be sitting outside sharing the whole thing with 1 million people and in a public platform where he signed a non-disclosure form. He would be behind the bars paying millions of dollars as fines or penalties, whatever you call it. I don't know, like I don't know, his career would be finished if he did that. I can tell you by my own level of experience regarding the software thing. He has vast, like he has too much experience to even talk about him. I don't have anything near his level, or I'm learning from him. So he is my teacher, okay? I'm respecting him regarding that, but I don't know if in any places he said he created or he was one of the members who created that algorithm, things like that. Because I saw other people who don't like ICT, they talked about those sort of things, but this is the only part where I agreed with them. Other than that, I didn't agree with anything. I didn't give a damn to what they're saying, because the only part is I know how the programming in, if you have idea or if you even don't have idea, just search how it works. Any programming firm, any company, they are not allowed to publish anything that is not getting published by those specific company or firm. Okay, if you work under a company, that company will be the one who makes it public. You are not the one. You have to keep it secret until you die. You know a lot of things. Okay, if you can make it public like this, why don't you just play with the code by yourself at home and then make it 100% profitable for yourself? Since you know everything, okay, when it gonna do this, when it gonna do that, this is his experience that he has spent his time with. He exactly looked into each candle with 30 years or 40 years of experience, whatever he has, and he figured out those specific things that he named: fair value gap, order block, breaker block, rejection block, a lot of things. Okay, what is the rejection block? How does the rejection block work? Exactly what I just showed you in that in this area. He is saying I can see price coming to that area, okay, that lowest body and the wick around that zone, it can come here, but I don't want price to close or go below that. Okay, things like that. That's, I don't use rejection block to my entry or something. As a professional, I don't believe into these concepts due to vast knowledge why market moves. The concept of market manipulation is no worth me, but I will follow you to see. Okay, this is something you, okay, if you don't know, okay, and learn how you do it. Okay, I got your point now. Okay, I'm sorry if I'm making anything that's not making sense. The thing is, beginning of friendship, yes, let's go, bro. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to build a community who are dead. Doesn't matter if you have a better strategy. If you have a YouTube channel, you can tell me. I can subscribe to your channel and try to learn from you. Like wherever you share your things, I can learn from you. The way you trade, I don't mind learning. That's what I'm saying. Okay, that's why I still have so many people that I follow. That moment I don't feel like trading, I just lay on my bed or I sit on my couch and I just watch some sort of videos that makes me happy or that can improve my life in near future. I spend like that. Okay, I will show you another example. The mentor pilot, that's the one I want to show. Okay, the mentor pilot, where is, I think he changed his channel name recently. Yeah, mentor pilot. You see, this guy has 1.72 million. He's a aviation instructor or something. I have no knowledge about that. Okay, but okay, it's my time for the prayer, so I will be quickly finishing within 5 minutes. I'm sorry guys, because I must have to go to the mosque and pray. So I will finish very soon. But what I'm saying here is, you see, like I have watched all of his videos. Guys, trust me when I'm saying this. This is all the historical plane accidents and things like that. Okay, and he explains it in a way that anyone can understand. That's why he has so many views and so many followers on his channel. Okay, he is an instructor himself. So why I'm saying this is because he use animated you know, like the AI generated video footage of a specific historical plane crash or things that changed the aviation industry. I watch every single video. Whenever he posts it, I watch it. Why? Because I love it. I have learned so many things regarding aviation, although I have never ever had any intention to use this sort of information in any other case, but now I have something in my knowledge. This is just extra curriculum activities, you can say. Okay, I had a band back in Bangladesh, like from where I am. I live in Australia. If you are new to my channel, you will know. I had a band. I play guitar. I used to play in a band, and that band was performing in so many good occasions, so many good places as well. I came to Australia. I had to leave the band, but anyway, I still practice that. I don't mind learning. I want to learn as many things possible in this life. Okay, I'm learning so many things, and that's why I'm saying, like, whenever I get time, I utilize like that. I'm telling you guys, this is a channel. Even if you don't have any interest regarding this sort of thing, just watch one or two videos from him. I will guarantee you, it is way better than watching a TV series. It's even better. It's more thrilling. It happens like how things goes wrong within a second. Lot of things, guys. Okay, you don't need to know anything. If you are wasting time on watching TV series or something, this will give you more of your what it calls entertainment and the education. So this is why this sort of video is called edutainment. That's what I'm trying to post. Okay. I just applied to get private. Oh, bro, then you know, I think you know a lot of these things, right? I don't know. I have zero bloody knowledge, but I love watching this. Okay, I literally love, like, what a bird can do, what the distance between two what it calls aerodynamic pressures are, things like that. Okay, a lot of things. So when two planes are crossing each other above or below, like what should be the distance and why that distance is important. There was a huge historical, things, accident regarding that as well, because a plane was uh, flying below the, like, above the minimum range or something. The distance, it was not at least the minimum, so the air pressure or whatever, I don't know, guys, you know better. I'm not gonna explain those sort of things that I don't know. I don't want to make fool of myself, but I love this. Okay, this is why I watch all this. Okay, you can learn a lot from this. If you are like, if you have applied for this private pilot license, I think this is the channel, bro, for you. Okay, me, I'm not the channel for you. This is the channel. Okay, first you finish all his things over here, you will know a lot of things. Okay, I'm just kidding, bro. I'm really happy to have you here. Okay, what I'm saying here is, like, I try to learn. Okay, as simple as that. I don't have any problem learning. Like, traders, trade IQ. See, I have time, plenty of time to watch this. ICT, that video he uploaded today, I didn't watch the video, like the execution and this one, because I was planning to watch it after finishing the live stream, and the stream was not supposed to be this long. Somehow it became this long. I have watched so many videos of him. Okay, whenever he posts, I watch it either on this computer or on my laptop while laying on the bed. I take a note. I take like a notepad and a pen, or on my tab on my mobile I have the S Pen, so I can do with that as well. So I take notes with that. Okay, I have so many things over there. I have watched lot of his videos, lot, I mean almost every single is. Oh damn it, I need to go. Okay, so guys, remember this Paladin. If next time if I forget, I will talk about a little bit of these people. Okay, because I have watched so many of them. Today I must have to finish right now, because within 5 minutes the prayer will be started, and I have to say some other prayer as well before that prayer. So I must leave the stream now and go for my prayer. So I hope it was valuable. I don't know how much I was able to give you guys, like what's happening here, what can possibly happen after how I look into the market, what I did during my silver bullet, everything. Okay, so I trade only one session until it's not, let's say the silver bullet was not a good session for me, or maybe I took some loss or something. Only then I wait until the New York silver bullet AM session. I don't trade the PM session. That's where I trade. So today my trade was, I think this one was the trade that I took. And yeah, like since I removed everything from this chart, you can't see anymore, but on the 15 minutes, that's the trade I took. Silver bullet here. So because that was the liquidity grab, that was the market structure shift, market created this breakaway gap, like fair value gap number 1 and fair value gap number 2. It came lower before retracing on last time. Let me give you this far. Okay, so market came until this low before retracing to that fair value. Why that fair value is important is because from the high to the low until this low, that is the important area. Market created more low or another low before retracing to that fair values. So this is now my low and that's the high. First fair value or from the low to high, like this way. This fair value is important. Also it's sitting inside my OTC, and that's the breakaway gap. And since it's outside of my OTC, I was not expecting market to go to this fair value, and that's the exact reason I targeted this as my profit target. But you know, entry was not from here, entry was around this area. If I go to 1 minute on last time, you know where I entered. This is the BPR that I was talking about. Market should come, and inside of this bullish fair value that market gave me after the change in state of delivery or market structure shift, after taking lower time frame liquidity from here to multiple levels. Anyway, that's entry. That was my target, like exactly the low and a tick above that low, to be honest, because of this 1 minute fair value that's sitting right a tick above. Also to take the liquidity, I'm just short recapping, to take the liquidity price needs to go at least a tick or 2 above. That's why I put my take profit a tick or 2 above. Okay, so entry from here, take profit from there. I made over let me open it in front of you guys so that for the last time you can know which one. Where is it? Okay, yeah, for the last time. So this is the new funded account, challenge account that I took 100k. So today this is how much I made during that specific mood. I just showed the account. It's not practice, it's the actual account, the challenge. Okay, it's not practice, otherwise it will say PRAC, prac or practice, something like that would be written here. I just hide the exact account number. Okay, trader weight is connected, everything here. You see, this is the silver bullet starting where I marked the 3 AM. This is the silver bullet end 4 AM. I caught the retracement although market was bearish, and after that I already explained what happened during this move, and some of my close ons actually took this sell short with my help and get a huge profit on their account as well. I showed their screenshots as well. So that's the recap. Until next time, take a very good care. And Brad B, thanks a lot brother for joining. I hope I will talk to all of you guys soon. Okay, because I need to really leave because I have only 1 minute left. So yeah, bye bye guys, and have a good night wherever you are from. Everyone, take a very good care of yourself. Oh bro, Kasper Rasik, I'm just going off my stream. Okay, I have streamed for a very long time, maybe 4 hours altogether. This is 3 hours. Before that I was streaming as well. So I'm sorry that I cannot be here anymore because of my morning prayer. So I will talk to you guys next time. Okay, just remember to follow me either one YouTube community or on the Twitter. That link is in under my every single video, even in the description of this specific stream you will find that. So I hope yeah, I whenever I'm live I will try to post over there. So yeah, until next time, take a very good care of yourself and bye bye.